And I'm gonna.
What up? We are in the building on that Tuesday. Talk Tuesday live from the studio. We are here, Smitty and I in person. Oh my goodness. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member today. It is Talk Tuesday. Make sure you head on over to our Discord, Slap Nation, and become a member of our show, our channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this show, this channel, the realest show on planet Earth, because we need 50,000 subscribers by football season. We're about 2.5 months away, and it's the realest show on planet Earth. We are live. Appreciate everybody. Here we go. Let me dive into it right out the gate. We are together in person for the first time in the studio. I purchased a few months ago. We can't thank you enough for all the support and love from the real ones out there. All you real ones, much love. I just wanted to shout that out, and I also want to thank Big Smitty, Darnell Smith, who has been a great cause, contrary to many of your beliefs out there. He is the yin to my yang, and without him, I wouldn't be sitting here in this studio, and without you, we wouldn't be together today live. So I just wanted to shout that out in the friendly confines of the Coach JB studio with Big Smitty. So keep supporting and keep hating. We will do this with or without you. We would rather do it with you to keep it real. So find it in your heart to support the show however you feel fit and allow us to grow, just like she said. Now let's get into the show. What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. You ask Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop into
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's time.
You gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it, don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
With the gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB show.
Come on.
It's on him, though. What up? We in the building!
Yeah! Oh, I can be loud, JB. We back. I'm not in the fucking apartment. I can scream.
We back. I'm white. He's black. And we are in the building. Hey, look. Our mics are... We got wireless mics. We're testing them out. Calm down, chat. We in the building. I don't want to hear about it. Sound like a cell phone. All you dick
Who said that?
Some dick writers. It don't matter.
Blocking.
Fix y'all mics, man. G-Wizzle. G-Wizzle, you're such a bitch. Anyway, it ain't nothing changed, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about the trash audio, bitch. Now let's get into this show real quick. I want to dive into it. We are in us Talk That Talk Tuesday. Dan Hurley spurns the Lakers. Then he stays at UConn. NCAA President Charlie Baker, revenue sharing more certain than ever before. The Steelers extend Mike Tomlin. Darvin Ham returns to the Bucs to assist Doc Rivers. Speaking of Doc Rivers, his son Austin Rivers seems pissed about the new Clipper movie and how it portrays his father Doc and the players from that era. Tight end Mercedes Lewis, Long Beach Poly alum and legend, signs with the Bears for a 19th season. And members of the 1983 NC State Wolfpack. The team, coached by legend Jim Valvano, sues the NCAA for 40 years later regarding name, image, and likeness. I have to make it make sense later on. I'm going to have a segment on that one regarding this topic. Stay tuned. Hassan Reddick, still a no-show at mandatory media day for the Jets. The only player not in attendance, and apparently hasn't had contact with Robert Saleh, the Crow and the Eagle. But before we begin, my lovely co-host is in-house, my Naptown legend. You see the nap behind him, and that ain't his hair I'm talking about. I'm kind of tired. Let me take a nap. Nah, he from Naptown. Legend, 317 Far East Side, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Caitlin Clark jocking, and Fox Sports' very own Big Smitty is in the building.
Yeah! You can't hide from me, JB.
We are here. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. We're in the house. We got brand new mics, by the way, but they're a little bit, they got to be tuned and shit like that. So it's all right.
We good. As long as they know what we talking about, it's all that matters.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We ain't worried about all that. We here. It's day one.
How I get a violation on TikTok already?
What you say?
I ain't say shit.
Did you cuss in your intro?
Oh, they got it. They straight got it out from me.
Well, you got to stop going live on your TikTok, dude. I told you that.
That don't make no sense, though.
You didn't stop going live.
That don't make no sense.
History. You're like the Draymond Green of TikTok.
It is what it is. John Yeager, listen, all you fucks, we understand the mics are peaking. Shut the fuck up. Is that all you're going to talk about the whole time? Is the mics? Then leave, motherfuckers. Shit. Y'all got choices? Motherfucker, worried about the mics and shit. We're in studio for the first day, motherfucker. Calm your bitch asses down. God damn, that's why TikTok shuts me down.
Shout out to my brother D Con, man. Darius Conway's in the chat, man. Long time supporter, man.
I don't think we got to talk that loud. That's probably what it is.
I'm going to be real with you. They said my sound is
phenomenal.
They said my shit just sounds like the best mic ever.
Yeah, you probably got like, you got black people voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my shit just sound a little
I don't know how to turn it down on this new mic. These are all new. I should have brought mine from home.
It's all good, JB. Don't see. I don't want you pressing no button.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Our main man Enix not here. He's the tech guy. We press the button. So y'all got to just deal with that right now, man.
We're gonna get some real. We got real mics too. We got all the shit. We just haven't hooked it all up. We here.
How you feeling though? It's day one. Take a deep breath real quick. How you feeling? What is that?
Actually, JB's mic sounds better. Anyone that don't like one of
right. Look. JB sound better than Smitty. But earlier somebody said Smitty sound better. And that's all I said. Don't let the chat sway.
I'm not worried about the chat at all. I'm not telling it is what it is. Listen, right out the gate, Big Bailey. Bailey's running the show. Shout out to Bailey for running this shit live, dealing with my crazy ass, getting here at 5 in the morning. I got here early, got everything live and cracking.
Who was here first?
Me. You know damn well who was here first. And I had to drive way further, by the way.
Hey, by
the way, I left at 3:59 in the morning. I got here in 40 minutes. No traffic, 40 minutes.
You was going 110 miles per hour.
Hey, I got
here in 25 minutes.
Don't worry about all that. But it is what it is.
That's white
Juanzito in the house. Darnell Smith usually does all the, welcomes everybody in. He says hi, hello to everybody and all that. So
we can really talk to the chat now, like on a different level. Like when we're in studio, because like y'all don't see what we see, but we got this big ass screen in front of us, like 150-inch screen TV. I showed you on the behind the scenes video. We can see all the comments like big. So if you talk crazy, you might get cussed out.
Yeah, this is a hell of a setup for us right here. So we're the little people. You know what I'm saying? We're not big time yet. We're getting there. But for this right here, what we got going, what you see the realest show on planet Earth, hey, it is what it is.
Baby, listen. I feel big. Like not in the sense of weight, but like colossal. You know what I'm saying? So like big is a mentality, JB. We might not be big in the sense of the streams that we own, the views, not yet. But big is a mentality. It starts here. If you ain't got this, you can never get to that next step.
I like your hoodie, though.
Yeah, it's a brand new hoodie, man, that I went ahead and got us made, man. Got the logo on here with the YouTube on there. Buy it right now. JB store.
Ooh, I got the gray one, too. I got the hoodies. We got the hoodies. CoachJBStore.com. You can go get all this shit. Short, fat, skinny, and tall.
Look at this, though.
We got it all.
The mug matched the hoodie.
Oh, where mine at?
The mug matched the hoodie, though. Let me drink my drink. What's in your cup?
I got something in my cup.
Yeah, I got something in my cup.
Appreciate everybody out there, all the real ones, man. Sergio, shout out to you. Look, man, we're going to do this little by little. We're not changing nothing. We're just in studio together for the first time. Football season comes, we'll have a whole new setup. But right now, we're just trying to get through this whole thing, learn it, get our mics right. So you got to bear with us. It is what it is, though. We got the bucket hats, too. Yes, sir, Quanzito. Shit. Look at the real. I got the white, the black, the gray.
The bucket hat clean on you. Like, it don't work on my head, but on your head it's clean. I ain't gonna.
It work on you. You just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
I'll put it on. I'm a team player.
I got the white one for you. I got
I'll put the white one on right now. I'll put the white one on right now.
Let's see. You guys tell us what look better. We got the white. I'm gonna put the white hat on Smitty, black hat on me. That's how it really go. Black people usually like vanilla ice cream. White folks like chocolate ice cream. That's just keeping it real. If you didn't know that. Oh, look at that. Shit. Which one's better? Put it in the chat. Which one's better?
I feel like LL right now. Mama said knock you out, and I'm going to knock you out.
You look, I think the black one's fire. I don't know. I like the white, though. I might.
The white down there, I'm down there pulling it off right now. I'm not even a bucket hat type of guy, but with the hoodie and the bucket hat, when I pose like this, look. The girl's going crazy.
What y'all think? What y'all think?
Come on, TikTok. Y'all see it. Y'all see the bucket hat. Look. They call me LL Smitty. LL Smitty.
Hey, let's get into the show. I appreciate everybody coming in here. We got about 700 people on Twitter, about 600 on YouTube. Shout out, everybody. Let's go right into the quote of the day. Brought to you by betonline.ag.
What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace.
Oh, man. All right, we in the building. Quote of the day brought to you by betonline.ag. Head on over there. A person who has nothing to lose will help you lose everything you've ever worked for. Choose your company wisely. Choose your company wisely, because I'm telling you right now, a person who has nothing to lose will make sure you hit rock bottom with them. Just keeping it real.
That's a dangerous person to be around.
It is. Hope I'm not around any of them. I've been around him though. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks. Use the promo code CoachJB. Contrary to belief, Smitty, you can't teach loyalty. You cannot teach loyalty.
Loyalty.
People can't do it.
Either you got it or you don't, JB.
It's it. It is what it is. It's called the it factor. Poll question. Everybody in the chat, drop your comments below. And we're going to start this show off with a banger. Poll question. The Lakers lost Dan Hurley, or did UConn keep Dan Hurley? Poll question. Drop your chat. Drop it in the chat below. Do you think the Lakers lost Hurley, Smitty, or do you think that the UConn Huskies kept Hurley?
Man, that's a hell of a question, but I'm going to say I think the Lakers lost Dan Hurley. That $70 million offer for 6 years wasn't strong enough, in my opinion. You're talking to a two-time back-to-back national champion head coach, a chance to do what only the great historic John Wooden has already done in terms of winning 3 in a row. And you're the Lakers. You're supposed to be the biggest franchise in the NBA, arguably you, Knicks, or Boston, and you only give them 70 M's? We got more money than 70 M's, JB. I think if you really wanted to get him, you could have went stronger than that. If I'm Jenny Buss, if I'm the Buss family. So I'm going to say the Lakers lost. He wouldn't have took the interview if he didn't have some serious interest, because he loves those kids at UConn. So in my opinion, the Lakers lost to JB. What you think?
Bailey, I don't know if you could find that. I sent you a picture of some taxes in California yesterday on Instagram, or I maybe texted it to you. I don't know if you could find it, but if we could find the taxes in California. Listen, I was talking to E-Dub, Eric Weddle. Shout out to E-Dub. He's been paying these taxes for 15 years. When you make more money, they take more money. And in California, I think a buddy broke this whole tax bracket down. And we'll try to get a picture for you. Basically, $70 million, he would probably clear $28 to $30 million. $28 to $30 million in California. He was like, nah. You would have had to offer $100 million to get, what would he?
55 to
half,
50, yeah.
like half. Like, that's the issue, I think. Now, you compile that, Smitty, with LeBron, Bronny, and LeBron's contract. I think the Lakers lost him as well. I think with the taxes, and then I think two things. If they would have said, "Hey, it's your roster."
Yep.
Your roster. If you don't want to draft Bronny, don't draft Bronny. But if they said anything else, I think they lost him.
I agree. And I think he was in a position of leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, coming off of national title and knowing the Lakers is in a kind of disarray in terms of like direction. You know, we don't know how much time LeBron has left. We don't know, who's the best head coach. The last head coach we just had in Darvin Ham took us to a Western Conference Finals and then took us to the playoffs again, and then he gets fired. So if I'm Dan Hurley, I'm thinking like, what is the expectation? Are you want me to come in here and get a championship right now with this roster that's clearly not ready? And if I don't, am I gonna get fired before my contract is even through? So like, where's the stability? I think all that played a role in his decision. And then it's like you mentioned it the other day. I think UConn had like one of their stars actually returned back to UConn in large part, I would assume, because of Dan Hurley. So it as a coach too, man. You guys get connected to these kids. You make a promise to these kids, and you kind of like fall in love with the kids in the program. So I think he just put all things together. It's like, you know what? The timing it's not right. It didn't feel right. So.
Yeah. Bailey, I think it was Instagram or Twitter. I sent it though. I don't know, but don't worry about it. I forgot to remind you. Might have been in the group text. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing though. Lakers are cooked. That's a horrible loss for the Lakers because now you're a liar. The Lakers are liars because they came out and said, we've been on this cap for 2 to 3 months. And all of a sudden, that came out after the whole JJ Redick thing. So how you was with JJ Redick, and then all of a sudden, Dan Hurley gets in the mix, and you say this has been his job for 2 months to decline. Nah, something ain't right. Something don't sound right. LA lost him. I think LA is cooked. Now, there, Bailey found it. Look at that. Look at the taxes, Smitty.
Sheesh.
Look at the salary. $70 million right there.
Yeah.
Let me get up here and read this thing. $70 million. Federal income tax, 20, what is that? $8 million he would have lost.
Woo.
State income tax, he would have lost $10 million. Social Security, $9,000, only $9,000. Medicare, $1,643,000.
Sheesh.
Total taxes, $36 million. He would have only made $33 million net pay.
He's paying more in tax than what he's making, JB.
He pay more than he makes in California. Why would you come here? Why would you come here? It makes 0 sense. I would have turned it down as well. You know what the taxes compared to in Connecticut are to here?
They probably ain't got nothing out there.
And so UConn's $36 million contract, he's probably maybe losing 10 mil.
Right. He gonna take home what, 26 of that?
I mean, yeah, 36 million in California, 33 million in California, 26 million in Connecticut is triple that.
Right.
Just as far as food, gas,
housing,
travel. Listen,
I love LA, but damn.
And the other thing is, I heard LA offered a house, just like UConn's offered a house, probably private jet, all that access. I get it, but at the end of the day, you gotta. Is the stretch worth it? Does the risk or does the reward outweigh the risk coming to California to do this? I don't know. And listen, all these people that are going to come into chat talking about gotta love Texas, no state income tax, but your property tax is higher than California, Max. Stop the cap. I know everything about it. Trust me, I was going to buy there. Property taxes are higher than California. So is Florida.
They're going to get their money one way or another.
They're going to get their money, Max. Texas is going to get their money, homie. And it's property taxes. Y'all are high as giraffe pussy. Stop. So I'm just throwing it out there. So it is what it is. I think the Lakers lost some those Lakers
do next.
I don't know. Right. What the Lakers do next, I would. Now does JJ Redick say, nah, I'm not second fiddle to nobody. Even though you never coached.
Right.
But, like, is he going to say that?
I don't know how much leverage he has in this thing. I mean, to me, it's more of a loss to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a Lakers fan, if he says that, okay, go on then. Like, you haven't proven anything in this league yet.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. You know, I just wonder, like, of course, we'll never know all the inside scoop of what's going on. I just wonder what other coaches are really in the mix, like, heavily, seriously in the mix. There's no way it was just JJ and then Hurley. I mean, there's got to be some other coaches.
I heard it's Barango or Barenga.
I did see that. Barenga, yeah.
I know he's out there. I know a boy for Golden State Warriors in the mix, but those ain't the name.
Right.
Hurley was the name. Redick is a name. Who's the name for the Lakers? Like, you need even though I'm not a huge Doc Rivers guy, you need a Doc Rivers. You need a name. Somebody that's won a title as well. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. It's going to be it's going to be very interesting times here in LA. So, Smitty, football, NFL news. The Steelers extend Mike Tomlin.
Black man.
They extended Mike Tomlin. Shaun Salisbury, Shaun King, myself, we all are very high on this man. Obviously, his record proves to be elite. He's obviously been as good as you can be. Hasn't been 500 or below in how long? He deserves it.
You was asking if he should be on the hot seat during the season.
Yeah. Well, no, I was asking. I was asking why everybody was saying it, but not Harbaugh, because Harbaugh and him haven't won a Super Bowl since the same damn time. So, like, why is one and not the other? That's the only reason I brought it up. Yeah. I never said he needs to be on the hot seat. They said it during the season when he was on, like, what, a 3-game losing streak?
Something like that. It was a little, yeah.
And then he went on and won. Him and Harbaugh are basically in the same boat, baseball card, whatever your name is. So it is what it is.
No, I agree, man. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, though, like you said, just a coach who's just sustained greatness for, a long time. And even when they're not great, they're always good. You can tell that they're just a well-coached team. It doesn't matter what quarterback's on the field, what's going on. At the end of the day, they're always going to play the right way, play hard, play physical. Defense is going to be good. And now they actually got some talent around them. My question, my follow-up is like, how much pressure's on him now, though? He's got the extension. You got Russell Wilson there, quarterback. You got, Justin Fields as the backup. You got, you got some Patrick Queens over there. Our guy Pete Queens over there. Like, how much pressure should be on Tomlin with all this put together. Like they got to kind of make a little run, I think, now this year, right?
Breaking news. I want you to read this tweet from Shaun Salisbury, my friend and friend of the show. He just talked about this Laker thing going back to the Lakers. Read that, Smitty.
As a lifelong diehard Los Angeles Lakers fan, it has become painfully obvious that the Lakers have lost their luster. I never thought I'd see a time when the Lakers would have to beg to get a great head coach. Dan Hurley absolutely made the right decision.
Agree or disagree?
I actually agree.
I agree.
Like the Lakers?
We just said it, yeah.
Like it's an honor to coach the LA Lakers. You think about all the legends and all the championships and who's played there. Like, it's an honor. We've lost something. I don't know at what point or how, but we've lost something.
Yeah, I agree. It's bad, man. It's bad. Bailey, I can't do shit because I'm landlocked. I'm on Tik Tok and I don't have no thing. Yeah, we know we need a microphone, bro. They're wireless mics, and they're actually the best ones. We just haven't figured out how to turn up the gain and down the gain. So that's the last time we're addressing the fucking mics. So just so you're clear, we know what the fucking mics are. We're not fucking dumb. So stop talking about the fucking mics. Watch the show. As long as you can hear us, motherfucker, then you know what we're saying. Tomlin, back to Tomlin, though. Listen. He deserves it. But this is the thing. It's shit or get off the pot. It's make or break time because he needs to win a Super Bowl. And now you got Russell Wilson. Now you got Justin Fields. Now you have weapons, Patrick Queen. You got a defense that's always good. It is what it is. I think Tomlin is shit or get off the pot. And remember, just so we're clear, everybody out there, an extension in the league doesn't mean he is there forever.
Right.
Just clear. They could fire him after this season if this cat don't go to the playoffs or make a deep run. So just so we're clear, they can still fire him.
One thing about Steelers organization, I will say that they are loyal though. You know
they don't. Yeah, they've only shit. Look how many coaches they've had. They have the least amount of coaches in the NFL.
It was like 3, 4.
I mean, just think about it. Since Cowher, he's the only one.
Right.
So it's been Cowher and him.
My whole life has pretty much been Cowher and Tomlin. Damn near.
So
it's like
they're
loyal. I don't see them going anywhere, but still, just from a competitive standpoint, you know, you got a pretty good roster on paper. We do understand you're in the AFC North, which to me is the toughest division. But regardless, you gotta, you know, if you make the playoffs with pretty much nothing at quarterback, you gotta at least, you know, get a playoff win, in my opinion. Get to the divisional round, potentially an AFC championship, to, you know, for it to all make sense to me in my head. So
there's no doubt. Hassan Reddick, Smitty. Still a no-show in New York for the Jets. Concerned or not?
Well, it's OTAs. You know what they are at the mandatory. Are they at the mandatory part now in OTAs? I think
today was mandatory media day.
Oh, we see it right here. Yep,
mandatory
media day, and he was not here. I'm a little concerned. I wasn't that concerned at first because I'm like, all right, players oftentimes, especially veteran guys, they don't show up to, you know, to OTAs, the non-mandatory part. But now it's the mandatory media day. I know they used to have like 3 days in OTA that is mandatory. Now it's more so I'm just curious, like, why is he not showing up? Is he not communicating with Robert Saleh? Like, what's the issue? Shout out to DJ Johnson, man, for the $49.99. DJ's always supporting, by the way.
Good shit.
Always
good
support.
Shit.
Shout out DJ.
Appreciate you, DJ.
But yeah, I'm a little nervous.
And I'll be clear. We're in a brand new studio. It's fucking day one. If I don't see your super chat, my bad. Damn, y'all are really just pissing me off today, homie. Calm your fucking asses down. We didn't see it, DJ. We didn't see Mike. DJ's always loving the show. Appreciate DJ as always. Somebody, though, I want to be clear here. DJ always drops bread.
Yeah.
But let me find out. This motherfucker said right here. Where's this cat at? Who said it? Let me see.
I can tell the chat gonna be like a crazy part of the show now.
Hold on, let me see.
More so.
Where's this motherfucker at?
Because it's big ass screen. We can see a lot now.
Somebody said somebody dropped a 50 burger and not a word was said.
Let's find it.
Who said that?
Keep looking till we find it. We ain't gonna start the show until we find the comment. Whoa. There you go.
Mike Johnson. Motherfucker, what have you dropped? What the fuck have you dropped? Oh, bitch ass. Everybody want to talk some shit and don't do nothing. All talk, all bark, no bite ass motherfuckers. Mike Johnson hasn't dropped a fucking grape in a fruit fight, and he talking about what another motherfucker did. What have you done, Mike Johnson? Motherfucker, you bitch ass motherfuckers is irking me today. DJ, shout out to you, homie.
My brother.
Hassan Reddick, dog, just so we're clear, real fast. This D-line defense is already stacked up front, especially pass rushing wise. But there's a reason the Eagles got rid of him. And I've heard from all the Eagle fans out there.
I thought it was money.
I've heard the Eagle fans didn't want to deal with him. And that's just what Eagle fans are telling me. They didn't want to deal with him. Apparently, he's got some issues. I don't know. So
on the field, he's a baller, though. I mean, I hear all that.
Yeah, he's a baller. But
the numbers are the numbers.
If he ain't there, he ain't a baller.
Well, he ain't gonna get paid either if he ain't there.
That's I'm just saying. Well, he signed.
He gonna show up.
He signed.
Yeah, but you gotta play.
But I'm saying he signed. Why is he not there? It's mandatory now.
That's what I'm saying. He gonna lose the money though. That's on him. I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't know. But it is what it is.
Maybe he's bitter.
I don't know if you guys are worried about it or not. I don't know if you guys are worried about this Hassan Reddick thing in New York. New York, listen, does New York need him, though, is my question to you. I don't know if they need him. Why, though, to address your question, we got 4 different camera angles. We got a switcher, so we have to switch them. We need a guy in-house to do that, so we'll take little bump breaks so we'll switch the cameras and you'll be able to see different angles.
Yeah, I told him all that. We just keep it
I know.
Keep it smooth.
I just let Wedo know because he come on the show. That's the key question, Smitty.
Do they need him?
Do they need Hassan Reddick? I don't believe so.
My gut says no.
They need Aaron Rodgers.
Shout out to Mike Bundy. Exactly. They need Aaron Rodgers. Now, I will say this. We all know that in the playoffs, man, defense wins championships, and pass rushers often play a huge role in most championship, last few championships. I mean, not just the last few, a lot of Super Bowls. You look at some of the great teams, the Bucks team that was going after Mahomes. You think about back in the days, the Giants wins over Brady. I'm just naming off the top of that. Even the Rams over the Bengals and Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Typically, you have like a group of just dogs on that D-line. But like you said, the Jets are already kind of deep. You know what I'm saying? They already kind of got some cats. And Hassan Reddick was like icing on the cake, in my opinion. A guy who gets you double-digit sacks every year. So, again, is he extremely helpful? Yes. But is he needed and necessary? I mean, I guess time will tell. I think it just depends on how great that New York Jets offense is. Because if we're expecting to see like traditional Aaron Rodgers, then in my opinion, they'll be putting up points to where that defense won't even have to do as much as we're expecting or as much as they had to do in the past because their offense will be putting up points. Now, if Aaron Rodgers is like an old Aaron Rodgers and then Achilles is bothering him and he's actually like he's not to that same level and the defense will be more needed, then I could see that being an issue and needing a Hassan Reddick. So we'll see, man. I guess time will tell on that. But I'm excited to kind of see what happens.
Yeah. I think they need a healthy Aaron Rodgers. They got enough passers. Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Pro Bowl guys. They got a hell of a front. They got a core secondary. I think the Jets will be fine as long as Aaron Rodgers.
But imagine having another like beast on the opposite end. So now you got to pick. Are you going to full slide to Hassan Reddick, leave Jermaine 101, go to Jermaine to Hassan 101? Then you got Quentin in the middle. Like that does cause some other issues though when you have you have a guy. I'm a Colts fan. We had Robert Mathis on one side, Dwight Freeney on the other side. Pick your poison, and it's kind of tough. So
yeah,
we'll see. It's hot as hell in here, JB.
Yeah, the AC don't kick on until 7. I wanna make it make sense real quick, Bailey. Bring in the theme music. Make it make sense.
It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
Yeah. I want to make it make sense real quick, and I want to talk to Steve Kim later on in the show about it, along with Shaun King. 10 players from the NC State's 1983 National Championship basketball team have sued the NCAA and the Collegiate Licensing Company. Just so you understand what this means, this was the team with Jim Valvano, the late, great, legendary Jim Valvano, that we still do cancer research on and for every single year. But this is a 40-year-old championship team. Couple of the members are actually dead. So the players filed suit in Wake County Superior Court this past Monday, requesting a jury trial and reasonable compensation, whatever reasonable compensation. Smitty, I'm going to be real. If it's reasonable, I want in. I'm just telling you, dog. The late Jim Valvano, everyone, if you guys are too young to understand who he is, 1983's team is known for the cardiac pack.
Yeah.
It was for a series of close victories down the stretch, and then they won. I think they won 54-52 over Houston on Lorenzo Charles' dunk, a lob that was thrown up there. They thought it was a shot or it was a shot. He grabbed it. He dunked it. Valvano's run around the court became an iconic moment. For more than 40 years, the NCAA and its co-conspirators have systematically and intentionally misappropriated the cardiac pack's publicity rights, including their names, images, and likenesses. So associated with the game and that play, reaping scores of millions of dollars from the cardiac pack's legendary victory is what the lawsuit said. The NCAA spokesperson, Michelle Hosick, did not immediately return a text, of course, because the NCAA, the non-caring assholes of America, is what they do. They're the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Plaintiffs include former team members, Thurl Bailey, great player, Alvin Battle, Walt Dinsmore, Tommy DiNardo, great player, Terry Gannon, George McClain, Cozell McQueen, Walter Proctor, Harold Thompson, and Mike Warren. By the way, Charles passed away. Charles died in 2011 while Derek Wittenberg, who missed that 30-footer, was collected by his teammates for winning dunk. This is a very interesting lawsuit, and it seems to me that the NCAA and the nation's 5 biggest conferences recently agreed to pay nearly $2.8 billion to settle a host of antitrust claims pending a judge's approval. So, Smitty, my question to you is, after all this has happened, is that because of the $2.8 billion and Cat's eyes got like this because they saw the dollar amount? I want to get in on it. From Netflix, from Last Chance U, from all the NIL stuff that show has created. Yep. Shit, I'm going to sue somebody. I'm just trying to figure out every time in the next few years that you're going to see a big-time payout, you're going to see somebody from the past sue. Yep. And I thought, I didn't know you can sue 40 years later, but apparently if you're using their stuff, I guess it's like slapdick trademark. You're going to use my trademark. I have it trademarked 30 years from now, and I keep it trademarked. You might get sued by JB. But where are you at with this? Do you think it's because of the latest $2.8 billion, or do you think that it's there's some merit to this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's clearly because of just the times we're in now. The $2.8 billion lawsuit, just the NIL rules that have changed, just everything. The whole entire college landscape has changed. And I think some of the OGs, I would call it, the old heads, you know what I'm saying, are looking like at their current situations, and and they're looking at all the money's being made. Like, hold on, man. To this day, we've all seen that legendary play almost every single tournament. I feel like I see that play shown on TNT, TBS, whatever channel the game is on. You'll see that play, and they're probably looking at it like, hold on, you've been using my name, my image, my life all these years to like help build upon this narrative, the storyline of how competitive the NCAA tournament is. Like, where's my money at? You know what I'm saying? Now, my only thing is, or my question is, like, how do they value that though? Like, how do they value the worth of them showing like that play in that moment, talking about that team? And I guess that's what the lawyers will figure out. But there's not really an exact number. I think that the term they use, was it fair compensation or something along those lines?
Fair rights, yeah.
Like what does that mean? Fair? Like, that's such a broad term. I mean, is that $1,000 for each player? Like, how do you value like how much each player should get or how much NCAA has made off that? There's no clear cut. It's not like they were selling merchandise with your jersey.
Well, ESPN apparently has used that particular play with the Jim Valvano cancer shit. Mm-hmm. They've used it over and over. The whole cardiac term was used for those kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Hector, shout out to you, everybody, for OGs in the house.
27 months.
All you guys loving the bucket hats. Appreciate you. CoachJBStore.com. We got every color on there. So you can go check it out.
Get your hat, get your hoodie, get your shirt, and make sure you take a picture and tag Coach JB and myself, and we'll repost it to our story. We might even share the pictures on the show, man. So make sure you buy it today. Take the picture, tag us, and we got you.
By the way, all the OGs, all you guys are going to be able to come right in here. We got the casting couch over here for
what?
Female. And then all the rest of you guys, all the homies, you could come and sit right here, Indian style. But now we got chairs and shit.
It's Native American.
We'll give you a tour of the whole place later on when we got pan the cameras. We'll pan the cameras. We got to get some of you guys here in studio.
What's that casting couch for, though?
It's for the Jada said she ready to pull up.
To the casting couch?
You see the Wall of Fame?
The Wall of Fame is crazy. Can you show TikTok the wall? You still on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. We got 200-something people in there.
TikTok the
Wall of Fame. TikTok, look at the Wall of Fame. Wall of Fame. We got the rap.
The rap. I did all that I did this whole rap by myself.
Look at this. Look at that TikTok. Look at that. Look at the quote. Yeah. Got all the pictures. Last Chance You over there. Shit. Hey, it is what it is. The realest show on planet Earth.
JB, listen, we are men of our words. We said months ago.
You know, there was cats in the chat saying that we thought the studio's cat.
They thought you were just doing like a GoFundMe, just the bullshit, like a scheme.
No. Like I'm a lie on my name when it's not like I'm a nobody. Like I'm a nobody, but it's not like I'm an absolute nobody. It's not like I'm Smitty's hairline in the chat or some dude or something.
Right.
One of these nobodies in the chat. I'm an actual somebody, but on a nobody level. Okay.
Right.
You guys are nobodies to everybody. There's a difference. So I'm somebody to somebody. You're nobody to everybody. So let me just tell you.
All we got is our word and our balls.
My word is bond.
Yeah.
My word is bond. Only thing I could do is I can only take my word with me, dog. Just keeping it real. Because I'm telling you, Smitty, when the U-Haul shows up, because Russia's right off Florida right now.
Chilling.
Russia out there chilling off Florida's coast.
They don't want to fuck with us, though. I'm going to tell you that.
I talked to my brother.
Your brother's a bad boy.
Yeah, I mean, we cold on that air and the sea. But I'm just saying, if the cat want to do a new thing, we're going to have problems.
They gonna have problems too. You know that.
I know, but
we both loaded.
We too old, Smitty. I'm too old to be in a war. Like my war days, you know what I'm saying? But the third generation.
That's the perfect age for you.
Hey,
you live life.
Smitty, let's dive into something that I found ironic. Dimitri Lopez, shout out to you. Become a member, man. We need 50,000 subscribers. We need to get to 1,000 members
by August.
By August, the NFL football season. So,
and Jada, we got like 3-4 cameras in here. We just gotta. We don't have. Bailey's not physically here yet to control it. We got cameras that can see. I saw a comment. She said, "Y'all ain't got one camera." Nah, baby girl, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got hella cameras in here. It's only me and JB right now, so we can only do so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stay tuned. But go ahead, JB.
Yeah. So let's dive into this. There's a show you went to the airing with Marcellus and shit called, what is it? Clipped.
Clip, yeah.
So Clip came out. It's a show about the Clippers, Donald Sterling, controversy, his racist comments back when it happened. The NBA made him sell, forced him out. I remember it vividly because the Clippers were trying to make a run and be relevant in a team that's 17 banners hanging in our arena. The Clippers have always been the JV team, so I had no interest in watching it. But I saw Lawrence Fishburne, the father of a porn star. He was the guy on, The Matrix and all these things. Look it. So I got to let y'all hear Doc Rivers' son, Austin Rivers. By the way, Austin is the guy who said 30 NBA players can play in the NFL. We've already gone down that rabbit hole. Listen to what Doc Rivers' daddy had to say about the portrayal of all the players from that era, especially his daddy, who Lawrence Fishburne plays, Doc Rivers. Take a listen.
This is ridiculous. Let me tell you something. First off, Lawrence Fishburne is a legend, and he's a great actor. But the body of my father is just a little bit different. I'm not saying he's 100% in shape, but he's built a little bit different than Lawrence Fishburne. We could have done a little bit of little AI or something there. This is unbelievable. That is Stefon Santiago.
That's a
like
Mexican
baseman for the Padres.
Ruben.
Who the hell is that guy?
That motherfucker look like Hector in the chat. He Puerto Rican mixed with Mexican. There's no way that was Steph Curry.
This is really bad.
Okay.
Guys, his hairline's receding already, and he looks just nothing like Blake. That is my local AC man.
No, I thought that was
Frederick. Who is this? Who the hell is that?
This is Chris Paul.
Patrick Ewing?
Wow. Okay, well, that's supposed to be Clay. Really? It doesn't look like Clay at all, but like it's like a clean cut.
That ain't Clay Thompson.
That's
Steve Kim, homie.
That's Clay Thompson, homie.
That's Steve Kim, homie.
Homie, that's Clay Thompson. I watched
That's just ridiculous.
That's Steve Kim. Who is that?
There's no effort in this. That looks nothing like DJ. First off, those don't even pass his braids. That's supposed to be Jamal Crawford. It looks nothing like it.
Hold on. Who is that? That better not be no Jamal Crawford. Hell no, that ain't Jamal Crawford.
From Seattle, from Washington.
That better not be Jamal Crawford.
From Bailey Hood.
Homie, that's Chris Rock.
From Bailey Hood.
That's Chris Rock.
That's Chris Rock when he was on the dope in New Jack City.
That's Chris Rock, homie. Before he got slapped.
That's Tony Rock. That's Chris Rock.
Play the rest, Bailey.
It's Jamal Crawford
for one. Jamal had like a bald fade.
Hey, buddy, can you go back to Steph Curry and pause it, please? If you get a chance.
You watched this, homie?
I watched it because, like,
how bad was it?
It was pretty bad. The only part that made it like interesting is because, like, obviously we all lived during this storyline. It reminded me some of the crazy shit that Donald Sterling was saying. So that part was a little intriguing, but that, like, everything else was like, this is kind of, it was bad. Like, look at this. Now, listen, I get in film, you kind of got to pick and choose. Do I pick somebody who looks just like the guy, or do I pick somebody who can actually act? Because sometimes a guy can look like somebody, but they can't act, and then vice versa. They went with the actors, and they couldn't necessarily look.
But they don't look like they acted either.
They tried to, when you watch the show.
Like Terrence Howard and mixed with fucking Hector in our chat.
Hey, buddy. Terrence Howard got that raspy voice. Hey, buddy.
Dog.
Blake Griffin's hilarious. Look at Draymond.
Wait, go back to Draymond, Bailey.
He was talking shit, too, in his clip. And
homie, that's Patrick Ewing. Is that not Patrick fucking Ewing?
That look like my uncle.
Hold on, dog. Is that not Patrick Ewing?
That's not Patrick Ewing. That's I think I know Buddy too. I think he might have been at the little event I went to. I seen him around LA for sure. Shout out to the actors. It's not y'all fault. Y'all acted well. Y'all just don't look like the players that y'all acting like. Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is Asian, homie.
He light skinned with a
this
clean
motherfucker
cut.
look like Otani and Kim Jong Un, homie. What?
Oh my god! My mug ready. It's my new cup when shit go down.
I can't believe that's fucking Klay Thompson, homie. There's just no way that's fucking Klay Thompson. I'm sorry. There's just no way. They had to do a better job. If you're gonna be taken serious, homie, on a real deal serious movie, like Smitty, this was a real movie about a racist motherfucker that was doing some wild shit, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not want that to be real? Lawrence Fishburne, I can see because of who he is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
And if you fuck him up somewhat because he had a gun and all,
yeah.
But at least it has a simulant.
Yeah.
It's a simulant. These other cats have no simulants whatsoever. Who played Donald Sterling?
The person playing Donald actually looked like him a little bit. The girl that acted on here looked better than the girl in real life, but she looked. The main characters look kind of similar. These guys weren't like the main. When you watch the show, like
who was Matt Barnes?
Characters. Oh, it was some random light skinned dude with some tattoos in there. Like they had something representing everybody, but the players weren't the most important piece of this. It was Donald Sterling. Doc played a huge role.
But Ed O'Neill wasn't Donald Sterling, was he? Ed O'Neill from Married with Children?
Yeah.
That's my boy, though.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
He played the NFL, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Married. I used to watch that shit.
Ed O'Neill played him?
Yeah, he did a good job. He did a good job, though. I thought he did a good job. The main characters were good job. Just the basketball players, they just had to find some fill-ins real quick. So the show overall, like, for what it is, for an FX show, like, it's not an HBO show. It's not Showtime. You can't go into all the... For that, I give like a C+. It's cool. It's something to turn on. It's a storyline for me that was like, damn, I forgot Donald Sterling said this. You know, he was saying some wild shit. Don't I clothe you? Don't I feed them? He said, I don't hate black people. Just don't bring them to my games. That motherfucker said, I love black people. Just don't bring them to the front row of my game.
That's what he said?
He said, Because she took a picture with Magic Johnson or some shit. I love Magic Johnson. He said, look at my whole team's black. I clothe them, I cook for them, I feed them. Just don't bring them to my game.
That shit crazy.
That's OD.
Yeah, I heard he said a lot worse than that. There's a lot of other folks. By the way, Steven Jackson, I saw McAfee post on Twitter. Steven Jackson came on the McAfee show yesterday and said he loved Doc Rivers but hates his son.
Now every chance he get, he go at Austin.
Why? What happened?
They just don't. I don't know. He don't respect them. I think a lot of players were mad. I don't know what Steven Jackson's his exact problem is, but I know like Matt Barnes, a lot of those Clippers, they feel like he only got paid because his daddy was the coach. Austin Rivers was on that team.
Yeah.
So they just feel like, oh, this dude was like average.
But Steven Jackson was at the end on that team.
But no, I don't know. Steven Jackson was on that Clippers team. It was Matt Barnes was on that team.
Matt was on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what Steven Jackson's. I think
he was with Doc Rivers. Where then?
I don't remember Steven Jackson playing for Doc Rivers.
Yeah, he played for a hot minute. I don't remember where.
He was in San Antonio.
We got Steve Kim joining us in about 30 minutes. We're going to talk all things Tank, Martin fight. We're going to break that down. Plus, the latest in our main man, Garcia, man. It's a deep conversation to see what's going on with our main man. What's Garcia's name?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. We're going to break that down with Steve Kim. He was arrested right here in Beverly Hills.
Waldorf.
The Waldorf Astoria, famous hotel, obviously. We're going to dive into that with Steve after the break. Plus, this fight Saturday. Steve's coming over to my house. I think E-Dub's hopping over. We're going to play a little poker.
Oh,
yeah. Play a poker.
Real shit, he just bullshitting right now, like for the show.
No, we already got it going.
They really coming through?
Yeah, we sent you a group text.
You didn't send me shit.
Well, shit, I forgot. I sent a black guy. I sent a black dude text.
I need gas when I pull up.
Fuck, I was trying to be Donald Sterling. I like black folks, but you just can't come to the poker party.
Okay, so I can co-host the show. I can't come to the poker party.
You co-host the show, but you can't come to the poker party in person, dog.
I went to autos on my engine light came on. It said I need an oxygen sensor. How important is that?
It's called an O2 sensor.
Is that really important?
It is, but it's not. So what it's going to do is give you a check engine light.
Which I have right now.
Yeah, because I know I'm a mechanic. You don't know even how to change the brakes.
That's what I'm talking to you.
You don't know how to change fucking oil. O2 sensor is just a sensor. Probably costs you, depends. You got a what, 86 Civic?
I got a 2015 Chevy Malibu. Clean.
What is it?
2015 Chevy Malibu clean.
You got a 2015 Chevy Malibu
Economy.
clean. Whatever that means, clean.
The eco, like if I stop, my car go off and come back on.
Oh, really? They made those 10 years ago?
Not the first one.
O2 sensor for that car. Maybe I'll get out for about 150.
Okay. If it's over 200, I'm just going to have to ride till it fuck up because I ain't got it right now, JB. I'm just it's just life.
Can y'all super chat us 200 today? So we could get Smitty an O2 sensor. By the way,
that's real shit.
By the way, though, I can fix O2 sensor myself.
Oh well, come on. My car's outside by the meter.
I'm not gonna be able to go outside on the street and fix it right now.
Why not?
Anybody in downtown LA, pull up.
I'm telling where we at, Jay, because I'm cool.
I'll send the address. Everything. Fuck all that.
See, you know saying crazy shit.
Look what's right over here.
He did bring that thing.
Pull on up.
He did bring that thing.
Pull on up.
The casting couch.
You motherfucker better be.
That motherfucker, that's big. Paul, that motherfucker big.
You motherfucker better be strapped up. Shit. Hey, Bailey, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. We will be back in about 5 minutes. We're going to get a little coffee break. I'm gonna do some push-ups, sit-ups. I'm going to jump some rope right here in the studio. Get cracking, get ready to go. I might choke slam Smitty. We don't know what we don't know where we go with the show. So pound that like and subscribe. Become a member today. If you're not a member, become one. We need 1,000 members live by the season, and we need 50,000 subscribers. We're at 40,000. Mr. Terrible, your mama's mid, bitch. We'll see you in 4 minutes. Peace. What time did we start the show 4 years ago? What time are we doing it today? How long? 4 years ago? I don't know. It's pandemic. It was. It was before COVID, homie. What do you mean? COVID had shit yet, homie. Hey, look at that.
Hey, look. In climbing. That was another name too. That was a cat picture. That was a cat picture. I gotta find this. What's going on? Y'all just made me a Big Smitty, man. We got JB in the building. My man Spree. Roy in behind the 1 and 2 with the camera. And welcome to the Coach JB Show, Big Smitty live in the fucking cigar lounge. What you doing, JB? What you got going on?
Drinks, cause I'm like a bitch in this motherfucker.
JB ain't got no AEs, y'all. He been talking about this all week. I got all the lows and all the AEs. There ain't not an AE in here. Come on now.
It's been on swole. I can't wear this on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? My man blows to be out there on it.
Big Smitty, Trail,
Shit.
JB. I lived the wrong end, y'all. We turned up, y'all. It's all good. Players fuck up. I lit the wrong, I cut the wrong side.
Ah, damn, this motherfucker's drunk already.
I just smoked other cigars. I've never done this before in my life. I'm
nervous.
I'm like, why this shit ain't hit?
Nervous.
Wow.
No, take that off. Because you don't smoke it that way. Throw that out.
I can't wait till the cigar.
Now I gotta stop 3,000 cigars to this motherfucker. I'm the guy that has to do everything around the moment. I'm carrying the whole fucking squad.
I got it right now. I like this side though, JB.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17. But you can't hit the big boy. Everybody stop playing with me. I don't smoke like that though. Everybody know that. I'm about to smoke a cigar.
I ain't married, homie. Hold up, I am not married. You are.
How you gonna leave her on me?
Cause I'm not married.
You fuck everything.
Yeah, you do.
So I ask you motherfucking D.
Short, fat, skinny, and tall. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. I fuck them all. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you did get hot before JB on accident.
That's what happened.
I was with you. Yeah. Can you reshare the story though? Everybody
everything with him.
Reshare the story, please, about the.
I mean, I was trying to take this motherfucker to his house, and for 3 hours, we could not make a right turn. So we kept making a left-hand turn on everything.
It probably went 3 hours, but it's at least like 30 minutes.
Right.
It's a long time. Motherfucker, all we can do is laugh, homie.
Smitty, I'm gonna tell you right now, his front door was where that TV is.
Right.
And this is the street. And you're in the right side passenger. Yep. I'm right here. I'm driving where he is.
One-way street.
You're straight. Alright? He's me, you're him.
Yeah.
That's his door. That's his door.
One-way street.
Right here.
It's a one-way street.
Right.
We driving right here.
Yeah.
We do not stop to get out and go in that door. He kept going and making a left and getting out on the main street and kept going all the way around the block.
Y'all saw the house.
Saw the house. His door's right there.
He couldn't see me stop after he motherfucker kept hitting.
Y'all never stopped the switch and you drive to the hill.
He couldn't drive, homie, so he looked at me. I looked at him. His motherfucking eyes, his blood top red, and his head started falling back on the seat. He couldn't even hold his motherfucking head up.
I wouldn't hire you. The motherfucker said.
Yeah.
He said,
no, first of all, we ate 2 gallons of Baskin Robbins, homie.
No.
Gallons.
At first, we had the chocolate chip cookies.
That's what
we dropped this girl off at work. She had a bag of chocolate chip cookies. We don't smoke.
Dropped off to work.
I'm like, man, you know I love chocolate chip cookies. I'm like, man, give me that shit. That shit ain't gonna do nothing.
Pretty tell you that I only fucked the strippers, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
My baby mama.
JB fucked with a lot of bad bitches. I ain't gonna even front on that shit.
That was 30, 40 years ago.
He still, yeah.
It's time for Smitty Said So. Chat, man, listen, I got a message for y'all today. Sometimes in life, you got to go for what's yours. You can't wait on somebody to give you a handout. You can't wait on the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, because you know what? It won't arrive. my entire life, you know, I've worked hard, extremely hard to get every single thing that I wanted in life. It's been moments in my life where I thought, well, the timing's not right. Maybe I should wait for this. Maybe I should wait for that. And in those times and in those moments, I've missed out on opportunities and blessings, and I've learned from it. This studio is a testimony, y'all, what I'm saying right now. JB and I talked about getting in person for months. We talked about getting a studio. A lot of y'all thought we were playing around. A lot of y'all didn't believe us in the chat. But now we are here. And this is a message to everybody in the chat, no matter what you're going through in life right now, no matter what that goal is, or that dream job that you want, or that, you know, entrepreneurial idea that you had that you just haven't taken that first step with because you're nervous and afraid of something that's not even there. This is your message right now to take that leap of faith, because the time will never be perfect. There will never be a better time than now. Why wait? Are you scared to fail? See, the thing is about failure is not a reality to me. I look at failing as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to get better. If you don't try, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you don't grow. If you don't grow, you get worse. My head coach would always say, you never stay the same. You either get better or you get worse, because the whole world is moving forward, either with you or without you. So make sure that whatever that goal is, that dream is, whatever that thing that's just been on your heart and on your mind for years and for months, or whatever the time frame may be, go for it. Don't worry about what the other man or that next woman might say about you, because they probably got some shit that they wish they were doing too, and they're just putting their own insecurities out on you. The worst thing that can happen is, again, you fall down and you can get back up. In worst case, you're back in the same position you were anyway before taking that leap of faith. So why not try it? We live one life here on this earth. We all got different beliefs. We all got different things that we think about, we care about. But at the end of the day, you have one life on this here earth, and it's very short. So go for yours. Go for it. And don't ask why. Don't ask why should we listen to what you're saying right now, because the message is simple. Because Smitty said so. Thank you.
What up, what up, what up?
We live on TikTok on mine too, baby. I ain't got no views. See, I ain't got no views though. How I get my stuff? I need to get my numbers on social media. That's part of us getting the money too. JB got all the followers. Y'all need to go follow Big Smitty. I need to get the 10,000 on Instagram. I'm at like 7,100. Just had a viral video, JB, over 1.2 million plays of a simple traffic video. I was getting on the 405.
On what?
I was leaving work on Instagram. I'm getting on the 405. I think it was at South. It's that little curve right before you hit the traffic, and I was like, "Hold on, y'all. Maybe there's no traffic. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed." I get around the corner, and we're backed up for miles. And like so many people have been sharing that because everybody can relate to the 405 and the traffic. So it's crazy how simple videos can just blow up that you don't even know. I put no effort into it. It just blew up.
Yeah.
So,
Roland Bishop, we appreciate your critiquing, but we don't give a fuck. I just don't know if you realize that. I don't care what you like or don't like. I'm just throwing that out there. You like us and the show's content. I don't give a fuck about what you like as far as intro show. You act like you've donated money to this motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Real quick, I got a question for Smitty and everybody in the chat. Who's going to be on the cover of Madden? I just want to know. Who's going to be on the cover of Madden?
I already know.
Who is it?
I literally already know.
Who, Shador?
Of Madden? It's Joe Burrow. I got the inside scoop.
Oh, really? So you telling everybody right now? Hold on. You telling everybody right now?
Breaking news. Joe Burrow is going to be on the cover of Madden. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
People already saying it, though.
Nah, I said it. Joe Burrow is going to be on the Madden.
I heard it's going to be Brock Purdy or CJ Stroud.
I'm actually kind of nervous, though. Knock on wood, but the Madden curse is a real thing.
But Burrow already been hurt. I think the fucking curse can't do nothing with him.
It might be reversed. It might be like he might be healthy in the motherfucker next year. He might not even get a fucking hangnail. He might not stub his toe all year.
And fucker, if he ain't hurt, he might be in the MVP conversation. I'm just throwing that out there.
Joe Burrow's a bad boy. I think people forgot how great he is because he ain't played last year. Like, people forget Joe Burrow is that guy, that dude. And I think he's going to be better. That's why
is Burrow on there, though? Break it down for me because I'm kind of confused. He didn't play last year. You'd think they'd have, like...
Maybe they're expecting what we're expecting.
Like, I wouldn't mind to see, like, a pay homage one. How about like not Larry Allen because he passed, but like how about Aaron Donald retiring? Or I don't know.
That's a good one.
But
they might have like a special edition like Madden where Aaron's on the cover.
They always put big name. They're gonna have some sort of big name running back. Why
I mean, they already had Mahomes on there a couple times. I can't remember if Lamar was ever on one yet. I think he was, though. I have to go back and look. Somebody in the chat, I'm not a big gamer like I used to be. Has Lamar already been on the Madden, y'all? Let me know real quick in the chat. But, I mean, Burrow's Burrow. I get he didn't play last year, but he's still most people believe he's second best quarterback in the NFL or third, fourth at worst. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind him.
I don't want to see Dak.
Yeah, Lamar was. I figured he was. Thank you, Max and TJ.
Don't have Dak on the motherfucker.
Dak won't be on there.
I don't want to see Dak.
What the Cowboys won the Super Bowl?
What if? When's the shit come out? They ain't winning before the shit come out, right?
No, I thought you meant like you don't ever want him on there on the cover.
I don't. He's just a bust. Like he always a bust.
Is he a bust or he just don't perform well in the biggest games?
Well, that's a bust.
He's still an all-pro. It's not a bust. A bust is a guy
we giving out all pros.
See, JB for like you either win Super Bowls.
We giving out all pros.
Or you're a bust.
We giving out all pros now. We giving out awards like a fucking candy.
Is Justin Herbert a bust?
Shout out Travis
McGuire, man, in the chat. We gotta do a super chat segment again, I think. And
Mercedes Lewis. Put Mercedes Lewis 19th season on that motherfucker. Mercedes has like 4 catches in 6 years.
Shout out to Mercedes Lewis.
All from Aaron Rodgers in the red zone and shit. Hey, 19 years though. Poly legend, Long Beach Poly legend, Mercedes Lewis.
You still getting picked up for a
reason. Look at it a little bit. Light skin got darker. Look at a little light skin, look mixed right there. Hawaiian got a little poly.
Damn. That's crazy, man. Shout out to him for just staying.
Caleb Williams was only 4 when he got drafted.
In 06, I was out here making plays. I was in 6th grade.
You wasn't making plays, though.
I was doing something. I was hooping at that time, though.
Hey, Smitty, there's some news out there. We don't have it on the thing, but Bailey, I wanted to let you know. There's some news out there that one of the receivers that I've discussed on this show several times is in the news for making a statement, and he said that the Minnesota Vikings got rid of him for X, Y, and Z reasons and traded him to Buffalo for X, Y, and Z reasons.
What?
I'm curious as to what he has to say now since Buffalo now just got rid of his ass too for some string cheese and Chico stick. I'm curious as to what his next excuse is. Because Diggs is in the media again now defending himself on why Minnesota cut his ass and traded him. Now, I want to know why he's talking. Because now you're going to your third team, dog. Third team, Stefon Diggs. It's a lot of shitbird mentality. I've been breaking that down for a while. I just hope he don't shitbird up the wide receiver room. That is a very, very tightly knitted one in Houston. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see the downfall, but just mark our words. If he is, and this receiver core struggles or this team looks like they struggle, just understand there is a thing called subtraction by addition, just like addition by subtraction. Just be clear. If Buffalo has a rise, it's addition by subtraction. If Houston has a fall, it's subtraction by addition. And just know, it's a real thing. I've seen it. I know it. I've been on teams that have had it. I've been on teams that I coach that's done both. It is a real thing. I promise you. In this football space, it is real. I've cut guys and gotten better, even though he was a great player. He was a shitty human, shitty cancer. Just throwing it out there. And there's a reason why I didn't take those type of guys. I'll be all right. You'll be all right. And guess what? 2 of you motherfuckers got to step up. 2 of you cats got to step up and replace the one guy that we lost. That's Buffalo's mentality this year. They lost Gabe Davis as well.
Yeah.
So they got to replace 2 receivers, 2 red zone problems for defenses. Josh Allen needs to now figure that out. So, listen, we'll see what happens. But I'm just telling you, you heard it on this show months ago. You've heard it again right now today, the first day in the studio. Subtraction by addition is the real thing. And I'm curious to see what he says now. Because what's he saying? Why, Smitty, why did he leave Buffalo now? What's his big take on that?
Well, we haven't heard from him on that team yet. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like he could have stayed in Buffalo, though. It doesn't sound like, that was a little different situation than I think.
They must have wanted to get rid of that motherfucker.
I think, it was clear writing was on the wall. He was a little unhappy. There's rumors that I'm hearing that after, not this past season, but year before last, when he was upset, in the playoffs, we saw him looking at Josh Allen on the sideline, his arms to the side, mad he wasn't getting touches, that allegedly he didn't really talk to Josh Allen damn near all season, damn near for the next year. So my biggest concern with the Texans is I know CJ Stroud. I know him enough to where he ain't gonna be put up with none of that shit. Young or whatever. If Stefon is having a little pissy fit, CJ will I think he will check him based upon
he will.
I know.
Cali boy.
Well, not all Cowboys like that. But CJ is like that.
Don't get California kids like that.
Quarterback.
Look at Bryce. Bryce like that. Jaden Daniels like
Bryce
that.
Ain't gonna check. I don't know if Bryce gonna check. My respect.
Bryce Young. Bryce Young
check
you. Yes.
His voice is a little softer though. I'm just saying he's a
Bryce Young will
nice
check
nice.
You. Jaden Daniels will check. That whole family hood. Whole family hood. CJ whole family hood. He'll check you. Let's see who else. Who else out here in California? Tom Brady, obviously. California boys checked everybody.
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, think about it. Cali boys, man. Yeah. Cali quarterbacks are different. That's why we have the most quarterbacks.
Indiana players, we different too. Well, my biggest thing is, I'm just concerned on Stefon Diggs is not getting the touches that he wants there. There's no way. You got Tank Dell. You got
Mitchie rising on.
Who's my man who just got paid though?
Mitchie.
The Texans.
Nico Collins, and then Stefon. So CJ gonna make sure everybody get their touches, but that means that you, Stefon, you're not gonna get probably the 110 catches, and you know what I mean. So I'm just wondering how is he going to act because he's on a 1-year deal. So in my head, he's trying to come out here, ball out, prove it to get another big time contract. And if he's not getting those touches, he's gonna be upset. What happens? This is a make or break year for Stefon Diggs. The more I'm thinking about it, if he goes out here and he's showing that he's a bad teammate. And he's complaining about not having touches, and he's not contributing to wins, I think he won't get another big time contract, and he'll kind of start to derail his own career. If he goes out here and he can contribute to wins, and we can see him being a good teammate, regardless of what his numbers are, I think that changes everything. He might get a big time deal with the Texans, or another team will pick him up and look at him as a value add. This is huge on how he performs, not necessarily on the field from a stat standpoint, but as a leader in that locker room. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because the bottom line is, does CJ Stroud, who I talked to the other day, I'm trying to get him on the show before the season starting, he get busy along with him and Tank on the show together. I got to ask you though, the sophomore slump for CJ is to me even a bigger issue than Stefon Diggs being a shitbird. Stefon Diggs being a shitbird, I think will get nipped in the butt real quick by the head coach and that roster. Because I think that roster is tightly knitted over there. I think they have something special going on over there. So that is where I'm at with that. Having said that, can CJ avoid a sophomore slump? That's the fucking key. Because if he balls out, regardless of the shitbird over there, Tank eats, Michi eats, they run the football well, Dalton Schultz eats, they got fucking Nico Collins just signed a big deal. He eats. They got enough weapons without Diggs. Just keep it real. They got enough weapons without Diggs. So that's just where I'm at with it. You know what's funny, Smitty? I saw something yesterday.
What'd you say?
Where you work. Shout out to your girl, Joy Taylor. She kind of broke it down. I kind of was on a little bit of my side on Caitlin Clark being snubbed. I'm sure that you took that video, right?
I did. Chopped it up, posted it.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, she broke it, and I think she kind of said what I said too. She literally said that it depends. We're having 2 conversations, is what she said in her quote. She says, all right, if the conversation is we want the 12 best players, then Caitlin Clark shouldn't be on it. If the conversation is we want to grow our sport as much as we can and marketing opportunity, then we should have her on there. She said, listen, if it was up to me, I would have had her on there.
But let's dive into
it.
I want to dive into your original comment yesterday when we debated this topic.
Yeah.
I want to go back to yesterday because here's the issue I have. There's some girls on that list right there that were in Caitlin Clark's position this year and got put on Team USA the same exact time coming out of college.
How are they performing? Number one. Number two, did they have
Was anyone big as Caitlin Clark? Is any of these girls coming out of college big as Caitlin Clark?
How are they performing in WNBA?
They didn't play yet, just like Caitlin Clark.
She has been.
11 games?
She has been playing.
11 games you're going to judge her on?
She's been playing.
Okay, so what about these girls? Why'd they make it then?
They played 11 games. And what girl you talking about?
Right out of college.
I need to know, though.
Right out of college.
I need to know. Maybe
it don't matter.
It does matter.
Right out of college.
Because if Brianna Stewart, then okay, I understand.
Hold on, no. Right out of college. But don't matter. Were any of those girls right out of college as good or as popular or as big as Caitlin Clark?
No one has been as popular ever.
Okay.
Nobody. Cheryl Miller, nobody.
She's not the leading scorer because you on this show has said she's the GOAT. What do you mean?
I said she's in the GOAT conversation.
No, I said she's not the GOAT.
I said she's in the GOAT conversation. No, I didn't. I said she's in the GOAT conversation.
She's a long-time leading scorer. That's all you kept saying.
Yes.
She's the best, Miss JB.
She's in the same room as the GOATs.
So I'm trying to figure out how she's not on the Olympics then. If it's the same criteria. These girls came out of college.
She's not better than any else players on there, JB. That's why. I can't tell you. You bring up
why this motherfucker don't listen? He just skipped right over.
You bring up.
I said out of college, homie. Those girls, talk about them.
Which one of them? All of them. Brianna Storm was like that. Sabrina Ionescu was like that.
She was not Caitlin Clark.
Brittany Griner is fucking 7 foot.
Don't matter.
Just on your ass right now.
She's a Russian. She's a fucking criminal.
Oh my.
So,
you the fucking police now?
She's a criminal, domestic violator. She's fucking a Russian spy,
homie.
She's a Russian spy, homie.
Fuck that bitch.
She's a Russian spy.
Fuck her. You snitching and you over here putting people's rap up.
She's a dude, you. Have you seen her titties?
I'm a dude as you.
That motherfucker got titties like me, homie. She walk around like this.
She should be on the team.
I ain't got titties like this.
She should be on the team, man.
Like Brittany Griner looking like this with no titties. What kind of shit is that? She don't got no titties, homie. She's a dude.
What's your point, JB?
Caitlin Clark should be on it based on all the criteria. Hold on. No, let's go back. Based on the criteria that the girls on that list made it to their first Olympics out of college, less than 11 games played, made it to the Olympics. Why is Caitlin Clark not
I want to
on
know
there?
specifics. Don't just say shit. Yeah.
Tell us the girl. Tell us the girl.
Tell me exactly, Bailey.
Tell us the girl.
Find it right now. I want to know which one of them girls straight out of college went there because context matters. You never come on this show, just throw shit out there and think it's going to stick.
Tell us the girls that made
facts.
it. Tell us the girls that were in the Olympics on this list already before. Throw it out there.
Well, it's going to take some time while you searching. In the meantime, my thing is this. It's two sides to the story. If we can care about the growth of the game and all that, I'm with it. Put Caitlin on there. I would have not. If they would have said Caitlin Clark's on the team, I'm not on here like, what the fuck? I'm the fan of Caitlin Clark. You don't fuck with her. I'm just saying I'm also not mad when I look at this roster of superstar talented players. I can't look at this roster, but you know what? This is a shame that Caitlin's not on this roster. Like, no, this team is fucking loaded. Jewel, Lloyd, Kelsey, Blob, Sabrina Ionescu. I saw her outside in LA a couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago.
Here are the names. Bailey's going to tell you the names. Read the thing. Bailey's going to tell you the names.
Bailey should just fucking come in. Fuck.
Bailey's going to tell you the names right now.
I can't wait.
By the way, 5 rookies have made it. 5 rookies have made it, Smitty. 5 rookies have made Team USA's roster before, which is why I brought it up, because I already researched it yesterday. I already knew.
I didn't say you didn't. I believe you.
I already knew that 5 rookies had made it. So we're talking about age. It's been the biggest narrative, not from you. The biggest narrative on every major platform has been age. Then you're a lying hypocrite, mainstream media. Because if it's all about age, you're lying, which is the reason why I'm still calling bullshit. I am calling jealousy to a T, because everything we've seen, Smitty even did a rant on it, that it is clear jealousy and it is a clear attack on this broad in several different ways. Let's just be real. Whether it's a hard pick, a foul, whatever. And everyone keeps throwing it under the bus like it's not really personal. It is personal. You saw her last night play, Smitty. I saw a clip last night. The broad fouled her, and then she mimicked her like as she was like they're calling her.
Regular basketball.
I get it.
That play.
But what I'm saying is, don't say that you're not trying to go at this broad differently.
Yeah,
like let's keep it real.
I'm with you.
I am calling bullshit. I'm just telling you straight out. It's bullshit. I think that this is a true jealous one's envy situation, because you can't tell me there's 5 rookies came in this league and got put on Olympic team as rookies, and she doesn't deserve the same treatment this year. There's no fucking way.
That's your strongest argument. I hear you.
I mean, it is what it is.
Here come Bailey, I think, about to jump in.
Okay. There have been 4 rookies that I know of that have been made an Olympic roster. They are Diana Taurasi, Sylvia Fowles, Candace Parker, and then Stewart, which I believe is Brianna Stewart.
Brianna Stewart, yeah, because she's one of the greatest cosplayers of all time as well. She came out from a talent standpoint right in that same level.
Clark was going to be the 5th. So
there. One more time, those names. One more time for you, go, Bailey.
Diana Taurasi, Sylvia Fowles,
42 years
Candace
old.
Parker, aka CP3, and Brianna Stewart.
The only name.
Hold on, though. We already know they're great. Now, there were rookies, Smitty, is my argument. Coming out of college, they got into the Olympics, homie. Why are you avoiding the real topic?
My only point is it's 4 fucking names.
Bailey.
Ever.
Is he missing the point?
No, I got
they
you.
are great now.
We
know Candace Parker is who she is now. Kaylin Clark is triple them coming out of high college.
I hear what he's saying, Bailey. All I'm saying, Bailey, because he ain't listening, is only 4 ever. So my point is, it's still a rarity for this to happen. It's not like every fucking Olympics, this always just fucking happens.
Bailey, so let's be right here. This man to my left, you're right, has come on and advocated for this broad more than anybody.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, she's not she shouldn't be the 5th one that's ever done it.
I'm not.
She's the all-time leading scorer. She's the all-time biggest money grab. She's the biggest attendance grab of all time. She's got the WNBA in the black. She's got him out the red for the first time. And now she's not worthy after this motherfucker defended her for the last 2 months.
You having 2 conversations?
No, we're not.
If we talking about Bailey, don't go to her, Bailey. If we talking about ratings and we're talking about growing the sport and we care about views, I'm with all that. Duh, put her on there. I want to put her on there. I'm the Caitlin Clark motherfucking fan. So, you call her a boss. You said you wanted to go conversation. I'm the one that's got the fan. But if we're saying it's the 12 best players, she's not that. That's all I'm saying. Simple and plain. That's not the conversation closed.
That's not the take, Bailey.
So you got to
keep missing that 4 other rookies has done this before. Why does he keep missing?
Yes,
the same position that Caitlin Clark is in right now. This cat just keeps dismissing that shit. It's crazy.
The WNBA wasn't as deep as they are right now.
Hey, I need to run an IQ. We're going to run an IQ test.
The WNBA wasn't as good at during those times.
We're going to do a straight up IQ test.
There's more teams, there's more talent right now than ever before. It's a fact. Y'all don't even watch the game, baby. You never watch the fucking game.
Let me ask you one thing, JB. When Candace Parker came into the league, did she bring the same notoriety, impact, and limelight as Caitlin Clark did?
No, nobody.
Was she as good of a player as Caitlin Clark? Were they?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
both comparable players as a rookie.
Yes. Candace was fucking balling.
Why shouldn't she be on there, Darnell?
Candace was balling, motherfucker. Look at Candace rookie year.
Are Candace Parker and Caitlin
Candace was balling.
Hold on.
Don't do that.
Hold on, though. Caitlin Clark, last time I checked, she's the first person in WNBA history to score 200 points and 75 assists in the first 11 games.
Good.
So hold on. I'm trying to figure out how is that possible, but yet she's not worthy of Candace Parker being put on it in the first year.
She wasn't worthy.
I'm just telling you. I think it's a lot of lesbian girls on there.
Oh, that has nothing to do with it.
I believe nothing to do with it. I believe the girls are hating on him, on her. I think they're hating on her.
Yeah.
And to be honest, let's look at position by position. Taurasi's 42 years old. 42 years old, and she's on this list over somebody. When I look at the 4 rookies that made it before, there was no 40-damn-year-old on the damn Olympics.
Well, because Diana Taurasi's a one-on-one.
But she's been there.
She's the greatest WNBA scorer of all time.
All right, Bailey, let's move on. Let's move on because Steve Kim's coming on in 1 second. And we'll have Steve Kim for the first time.
Let Bailey
frame him up. Frame
Steve
up. Hopefully it sounds on. and we can frame him up in there. Look at the frame.
Woo! Can you hear it, Steve?
No.
Ah, damn. It's that same mic, Steve.
Hey, his hair's getting gray and grayer, silver.
His hair is different every episode. I like that, man.
We got Steve Kim joining us. We're gonna talk Tank Davis, Frank Martin fight.
Tank Davis, Frank Martin from Detroit.
Yeah, we're gonna
be a good
fight. We're gonna talk about that fight. I know we're gonna clear up our mics when we yell. It goes out. We get it. We're trying to work on it. We got 400 people in TikTok live right now.
Man, I had 0. Mine won't build.
You did live?
Yeah, I had 0.
Morning.
0. Steve, what up, Steve?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, brother? I appreciate you. We're in the studio for the first time, so we're glad you're our first guest ever in live studio. We're right up the street from your house somewhere. I don't know where, but we're close.
I might pull up back on your door before I go back home.
No, you can't. You're not allowed over there. Steve, let's dive into something. It's straight boxing. I know Smitty has a lot of questions about this boxing match, but I got to go straight into Ryan Garcia. There's some pictures and stuff of Kanye West years ago. He took a picture with Donald Trump and literally was arrested and put in a full body protection suit in a 5150 type of chamber. And they showed Ryan Garcia in the same one. And literally, he took a picture with Donald Trump recently. Beverly Hills, he goes and gets arrested. Anything you're hearing from your sources and what's going on with this? Is this a conspiracy to keep him quiet, or what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that take pictures with Donald Trump. They're not all acting like this. Jason Whitlock and I did a video on Ryan Garcia, separate short for Fearless. It's actually been released about an hour ago. I'll send it over to you guys. I mean, here's the thing. Ryan Garcia tries to have it both ways. Either he's crazy like a fox and he's just smarter than everybody and he fooled everybody coming into the Devin Haney fight, and he used his own mental health as a marketing tool, even though he says he's a mental health advocate. And then when something like this happens, his representatives say, well, he's going through a mental health episode. Well, which is it? Are you crazy or not? You're trying to have it both ways when it's convenient. Look, his behavior is his behavior. His genius to me is being a lot smarter than all of his followers and all his minions, because he really is like a cult leader. He's almost like Jim Jones. The only thing he has not done yet is offer up grape Kool-Aid in Guyana. Maybe that's going to happen next month, later this summer, but I don't know. None of this really truly surprises me, but Ryan Garcia to me is an object lesson in the intoxication of social media and fame, and now it's kind of spiraled out of control.
Man, that's very interesting, man. We shall see, man. He stays in the news. I will say that, man. Whether you love him or you hate him, he's always there. Another thing I saw, too, before we move on to the Gervonta Davis fight, which I know is going to be big. We'll talk about that for a while. But saw a video of your boy, Oscar De La Hoya, online, 51 years old. Look like he's in fake right here. He has a six-pack. I got some opinions about how it looks, but that's my opinion.
Well, those are etched. Those aren't real six-pack. Those are etched.
I'm glad you said that, Steve.
What does that mean?
Them are fake. That's like Ozempic or something. Like that's some surgery pack.
That's like the male version of breast implants.
Look at his stomach. That's not real. You can't tell.
Yeah,
that's a
he
fake
got it
pack.
etched. I asked him about it last year. He admits it. Those aren't through.
He admits it. Cool. He admits it. So
that's not through diet and exercise.
Wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
You think Oscar still got something left in the tank?
Look. He could beat up the average normal human being and probably a lot of other guys that may have had amateur boxing careers. But can he beat anybody right now that is a real boxer at the world-class level? No, he couldn't.
Speaking about older fighters, though, word on the street is Manny Pacquiao might be coming out of retirement to fight again. Is that true? How serious is that? And if so, what are your thoughts about it?
Steve, I saw your tweet, Steve. You said, oh, Jesus, or oh, Lord. What does that mean?
It's sad. You're 45 years old. You had bigger, better aspirations than just boxing. You were supposed to be a statesman and a leader for the Philippines, and now you want to go back to getting punched. That's not a guy that I'd vote for. I think your cognitive abilities matter in a position like that. But I've heard about these rumors for at least 3 months. I believe there's a lot of truth to this. I don't know if I don't know if it's actually going to happen. Mario Barrios is a solid fighter. I mean, could he beat certain guys? Yeah. But the last time he fought was in August of 2021, late replacement Ordenis Ugas, who took over for Spence, who had a detached retina. And look, he fought okay. He lost that fight, but he looked like an older guy showing his age at age 41, I believe, at that point. I just think, look, it's different coming back at age 28 or 32 or 33. But when you're 45, I just personally believe once you retire, you need to move on to the next stage of your life.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I agree. It's interesting.
I'm gonna still watch though. If he fights, I'm still watch.
Steve, we got football palooza. We got what'd you call it?
Tank-a-palooza this Saturday. Tank Davis. Tank and
Tank-a-palooza
Frank.
at my house. Smitty's not invited.
Hold on,
but
Steve, why do y'all tell me about this? I have not heard of this.
You don't come.
Well, we're inviting you now. So what's your answer?
But it's kind of like a backwards like invite.
No. I just decided it a couple days ago.
Steve,
swing on by. Swing on by.
Steve, tell the truth, Steve. When you ask somebody to come all the time and they just don't show up, you forget about them.
I'm showing up a lot, though.
But Smitty's like the season. He shows up once every 4 months, so it's good.
That's what I mean. He showed up season game 1 and then Super Bowl.
Right.
It's like, what?
Then Smitty, this will be your summer appearance before week 1 of the football season. So swing
Steve,
by.
everybody doesn't have. Listen, you and Jimmy have a unique lifestyle where you guys have put yourself in positions to make your money in a free way where you don't have to go anywhere. You can make money right now, and that's great. I'm not there yet. So my schedule's different than what y'all schedules are like.
Well,
right?
you do know
Jerry,
this is on a Saturday, so
yeah, Saturday. Steve, if Caitlin Clark was there, Smitty would come.
Oh, for hell
but listen, let's dive into this big fight now that we're gonna Tank Palooza. It's Saturday. I gotta ask you right out the gate, this Tank fight this Saturday. What are your expectations? And break down this Martin guy that is his opponent.
Well, Martin is a quicksilver. Quick twitch southpaw, good speed, good quickness. I don't know if he has the overall seasoning to beat Tank over 36 rounds. I don't think he has enough power to hold him off. I expect the first few rounds to be difficult because of that said quickness and athleticism that Frank brings to the table. But the one thing about Tank, he's craftier than people think. He's not just a guy that walks in and clubs you over the head. There is a lot of craft. He lays traps. He's actually a better counterpuncher than people think. He can make you miss and he can make you pay at the same time. My official prediction, I think I went on the record with Ring Magazine, was 8th or 9th round stoppage. Look, you can say what you want about Tank's resume, who he's not fighting, but I also think he's got a lot of talent. And if Frank Martin was just a little bit more experienced, I'd give him a little bit more of a shot. He has not fought since last July, when he struggled against Haratunian, who's now matched up with Shakur Stevenson in a few weeks. So, look, Tank is a solid, legitimate lightweight contender. I just don't think he has the experience to truly trip up Tank.
Got you, man. It's gonna be a good fight.
If you were predicting it, you see a knockout, you see a
I said rounds 8 to 10 basically for Mr. Davis.
I'm going with a TKO round 9. I think he'll stop it. It's hard for me to envision Frank like sleep on the mat, you know what I'm saying? But I could see just round 7 and 8, like it starts to get a little nasty. He started to, hurt him, and then the ref calls it in 9. Tank's a guy that kind of figures it out as the fight goes on. He kind of reads you first few rounds and takes a little smart, and then he'll get going. But hey, Frank is a tough guy, great athlete, but like Steve said, he's kind of young still. Like, I think even Tank, they're doing some little little promotional series I saw that was on YouTube, and Tank said that he thinks Frank Martin will be a champion one day. It just won't happen this weekend.
Yeah, and Tank loses rounds. He has lost rounds. For a guy that's considered an elite fighter, he probably loses more rounds than these other guys. But again, at the end of the day, he hammers you out. And the other thing with Tank is that he has not fought since he fought Ryan Garcia for whatever reason. So there's also an issue that could crop up here. Now, look, Martin fought in July. Frank fought last April. So we're going to see which guy is going to be affected more by ring rust coming into that night.
Let's transition to some basketball real quick. Are the Lakers a cooked organization? I thought Like, here's where I'm at, Steve. Like
with Freda Bus, yes, we are now a clown show. Dr. Jerry Buss has to be rolling over in his grave.
Do you think they valued him or offered? Like, do you think they should have offered $100 million? Because the taxes alone in this state, Steve, we broke it down earlier. He would have probably took home around $30 million out of $70 million in this state. And we broke the taxes down on it. I think the Lakers dropped the ball bad. He was definitely interested, in my opinion. He came out here. He spent 2 days. I think the Lakers dropped the ball, and I think the Lakers lost him more than UConn won him back.
Well, you had to go out there and knock his socks off with the financial offer. Obviously, he didn't do that. But this much is clear, and this is all relative. The Lakers are basically still a mom-and-pop shop. They're a family business. It's not a corporation. It's not part of a conglomerate. So the Lakers are glamorous. They're incredibly valuable. They are an international brand. I would still say among the top 5 brands in all of professional sports in America. But they do not operate like a Steve Ballmer. They don't have those type of pockets. And look, Hurley, in my view, has a dynasty going on. He has a chance to be one of the greatest of all time. And I'm not so sure his heart was really in it. He's an East Coast guy. He's out there in the Northeast. LA is a different type of animal. It's not for everybody. And there's also the whole dynamic of, can you actually coach LeBron James the way you want to coach? You put all of that together. If you don't make an offer that blows you away, you just pass. There's nothing gained from it. And the Lakers lowball him. You know, on the surface, that looks like a great offer, but everything you pointed out, and you look at the salaries across the board, what is the medium range or what is the baseline level for an NBA coach? It was not what I'd call a great offer. So it is what it is.
It would have been 6th or 7th in the league salary-wise. And I hope he don't expect to be the highest paid. He's never coached in the NBA, but I think it was going to put him right in there, a 6 or 7 range, which for a rookie NBA coach was decent. But California, it put you at a whole nother tax bracket. Plus, you got LeBron James. And then did they tell him he needed to draft Bronny? And he was like, no. Like,
well, Coach, the reality is this. If you win with LeBron, it's LeBron. You don't win with them, you're the problem. Yeah. And there's an alarming trend. I don't want to call LeBron James a coach killer, but these guys, they rent and they lease their apartments, condominiums, and houses. They don't get to own them because you're not going to be there long. It seems like you get the job for about 2-3 years, and then the next guy is brought in. And is Danny Hurley willing? Because think about it, LeBron's at the tail end anyway. He may not play another 3 years. It might be 2. And if Danny Hurley's thinking, well, wait a minute, why would I leave Camelot to go to a place where I'd be a carpetbagger, and then in 2-3 years, I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to move back east, and I have to look for a job that is as good as UConn? You have to factor all those things in.
Like, I think he was really seriously going to leave because of the Nick Saban, the Harbaugh, the Chip Kellys, he's Coach K. He saw that this is the time due to NIL, all these issues in the portal, all the things the college landscape has right now that probably these older coaches are like, nah, I'm not dealing with this no more. It's basically professional sports at the collegiate level. Plus, I can take suspensions, get fined, and lose scholarships. So he's like, I'll go to the NBA and manage the salary cap just like I manage NIL budgets. So it must have not – it had to just be a dollar amount thing, right? Or LeBron. One of those two, like you mentioned.
Maybe, but again, I mean, college basketball is different. They've done the one and done for 30 years. So these guys are used to player movement. I don't, in college basketball, all you need is a player that can just completely dominate, or a core group. You don't need 50, 60, 70 guys. You need about 3 to 5 maybe, right? And they have a deep roster. UConn has a lot of talent. And if you create a culture where a guy would stay just 2 years, right, you can now start to stack championships. That's what he's done. So I don't know. I think the dynamic is different. Basketball has had the issue of high school players declaring for a while, guys becoming one and done. Kentucky certainly went through that. So I don't know. I don't think that dynamic is as prevalent where the coaches are really grumbling as they are quite to the level in college football.
So where do they go? Where do they go in your opinion? JJ Redick, is he going to play second fiddle and say, nah, you bypassed me for Hurley. I don't want the job now. Are they going to – do you see that these guys play tit for tat with the Lakers and the Lakers really chewed the pooch on this, getting the next coach? Because I don't know if another name's out there, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know if an established name that's really respected would want it. I don't know how JJ Redick would feel about them circling around. You know me. Look, I'm a Laker fan in recess. So that guy from Akron leaves. I'm not really a Laker fan. I really don't care. I'm actually happy that Danny Hurley, I think, made the best decision for himself. At a certain point, the money, with what he's making now, his life won't be any happier with more money. It really won't be.
I think they'll get
moving to LA
mil.
to have to deal with the traffic and everything else. He's not the king. Those things are priceless. So good luck to the Lakers. Keep being held hostage by Clutch Sports. And this is what you're going to get. I have never felt this much apathy towards the Lakers ever in my lifetime as a sports fan.
Man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm in the city of LA.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Then they dropped this horrible movie called Clipped about the Donald Sterling movie.
show.
Smitty got to go see it.
That looks awful. Oh, my God.
Did you watch it?
I saw a clip where Doc Rivers was chewing everybody out, and I'm like, there was no way that's Doc Rivers.
See, that was my biggest thing watching. I'm like, they made Doc Rivers sound he was a gangster on this show. I'm like, Doc was not.
Oh, like me on Last Chance U?
Yeah, kind of, and he had like more one-liners than Cat Williams and Don Rickles. I'm like, Doc's never been that funny.
But Steve, what do you think about the Klay Thompson look? He almost looked like they said maybe a little bit of Steve Kim in him. What's going on with that picture?
In what way? The hair?
Look at that guy. Have you seen that guy?
They thought the guy they had acting as Klay Thompson.
The people that portrayed Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, the Draymond Green looked like Patrick Ewing at Georgetown.
Yeah, that's why sports movies are tough. I don't even like most boxing movies that are based on reality because it just doesn't look right. And I think they take liberties. I'm just telling you, though, Smitty, that one clip that I saw where he's like busting everyone's balls in practice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God, they made this into a whole mini series. I said, pass.
Yeah. Only reason why I watched it just kind of, refresh like the storyline of all the craziness and stuff that Donald Sterling was saying. But the actual show itself, I gave it like a C+ at best, because it's not an HBO show or Showtime. It's on FX. So you take it with a grain of salt. You're not going to go too far into it, but it wasn't all that.
Steve, I got to transition to NFL before you get out of here. There's a viral video out there going around. Caleb Williams. We're going to talk to Shaun King after you, but Caleb Williams throwing a little pat and go. We used to call it just pat and go to Keenan Allen here, and he's on mic'd on a hot mic saying, "Oh, hell no." We don't know the context of this. People think automatically he went from Herbert to Caleb and all this. Pat and go, it seems like he got a fast release here, and he either wanted the ball to go, because that's what it looked like. He was starting to speed up, and he had to stop, which receivers hate doing, by the way. That's where a lot of soft tissue injuries come from. See, he looks like he's almost top gear, Smitty.
Yeah.
And then he stopped. And then others are saying it's pat and go, and he was actually accurate with the football. So what are you taking from this? Keenan Allen saying hell no to the ball Caleb Williams threw. And I've watched the team pictures, and it looks like a bad thing going on in Chicago right now. Where are you at with this right here? No big deal?
I wouldn't know. Look, they're throwing against air. You better figure it out. And the main thing for Caleb Williams is you better get that ball off on time more consistently at this level than you did at USC and Oklahoma. They've actually surrounded him with decent offensive talent. This is not Daniel Jones throwing to flotsam and jetsam outside for the first 4 years. Caleb has an opportunity to actually have a decent rookie year, but he has to understand one thing. You have to master the routine, simple play. That's what 90% of this game is getting that ball off in 2.25 to 2.5 seconds. And just taking the loose change. Not everything's going to be a highlight reel. Not everything's going to make your greatest hits. And that's going to be the key. So I don't take too much out of practice clips. I mean, everyone's anointing Joe Milton into the Canton Pro Football Hall of Fame based on him throwing against air. When you look at his tape at Tennessee and Michigan, and there's a reason why he was drafted late. So I wouldn't make too much out of any of this.
No question. We got a couple questions for you from the chat, but before I got two things for you. I want to ask you, I don't know if you follow this story at all, but Hassan Reddick, a big get for the Jets from the Eagles, has yet to show up to anything. It was mandatory media day. Apparently there's rumors that he was supposed to show up and said he would. He did not show up yesterday, has not spoke to Robert Saleh apparently. You think this is a bigger deal than it is? Do the Jets need him is my second part of that question.
He's a good pass rusher. So, yeah, you need pass rushers. I mean, they're a valuable commodity. You know, my view is this. Players can't have it both ways when they say, well, we're not going to show up when it's voluntary. And I'd be like, all right, that's the word voluntary. But if it's mandatory, do your job as a pro. I don't know if you're unhappy. I don't know if you don't want to be there. It is what it is. You could always get a job at UPS. You don't have, I mean, just retire then. If the grind of football has worn you down, which I can respect, find another thing to do in life. But if you want to be a pro that has the respect of the players, which are your teammates and coaches, be there when you're supposed to be. So I don't get it. I don't know if this is all part of the player empowerment movement and if this, what this has created. But the season ended about 4.5, 5 months ago. You've had your off season. You are now mentally, I would think, as we head into mid-June, gearing up for training camp, which starts in about, 4 to 5 weeks, right, across the country?
Yeah.
You better start getting ready to play ball or don't. But again, that word mandatory, it matters.
It does, man. You got a responsibility. You signed a contract. You know they're paying you. Like I don't know why he's not there. So I'm a little concerned. Going back to boxing real quick, I saw one of the questions in the chat on the undercard or the co-main event, I believe, for the Gervonta fight. Benavidez, you know,
yes.
I'm a big fan of him. What's your prediction on that fight? What do you expect to see?
Well, he's fighting a guy that 5 years ago was considered maybe the best light heavyweight in the world till he got hammered late by Artur Beterbiev in Philadelphia. I remember being at that fight. And look, Gavozic at one time was a really good boxer puncher. Last 4 or 5 years, he actually decided to retire. Then he's had some lesser fights. With Benavidez, the dynamic for this fight that's interesting is he's moving up to light heavyweight. I want to see how he acclimates. He no longer has to squeeze himself into 168. And does his power and his activity, does it go up with him? I think it will. And I think he's too fresh, too young of a fighter. I know he's facing a bigger guy now, but I don't know if that's the Gavozic that I saw in 2017, 18, and 19, and the guy that beat Adonis Stevenson. And I just wonder, after this fight, once you get to 175, if you're Benavidez, do you come down to 68? Because, again, the key factor is that's where Canelo is.
Hey, I'm glad you brought him up because I saw Benavidez was on a podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game, and he was talking about Canelo, and he said something interesting, saying that he believes that Canelo will have Benavidez as like his retirement plan, so to speak. Like he believes that Canelo is waiting to fight Benavidez as like his last fight because he knows that Benavidez is the better, bigger, stronger fighter. Do you think there's any sort of truth to that, or it's kind of conspiracy on Benavidez's side?
I think that's what Benavidez wants. Now, whether that's true or not, I mean, generally, unless the money is exorbitant and maybe Turki Al-Sheikh at Riyadh season makes this incredible offer that cannot be turned down, I don't know. Generally, a guy like Canelo, who's accomplished so much, his resume is very, very strong, especially for this era. I don't know if you're going to do a farewell fight or a cash-out fight where you can lose. I mean, I'm hearing that Canelo is going to fight Berlanga in September, and then he's mulling over the Crawford fight. So then we have to go from there. The thing about Benavidez is he is hell for an old fighter because he's on you, he pressures you, he throws 1,000 punches, and he's a punishing fighter, and he does not stop. He comes in waves. I don't know if that's the type of guy that Canelo says, okay, I'm going to get my gold watch on this fight. So
well, I'm asking straight up, Steve. Do you believe Canelo can beat Benavidez? Yes
he
or no?
Can beat him, but it's not easy. I mean, it's a very tough style. If you look at what Canelo wants to do, he wants to take the air out of the ball, play a little ball control. And David Benavidez at his best, once he gets rolling, he is 36 minutes of hell. He's a full court press. That's a tough style for an older fighter to deal with.
We got a person we're gonna bring in to ask you because we didn't know that but he's on your head all the time about boxing. But before I do that, I have to ask you because you're a historian. The 1983 Jim Valvano-led NC State Wolfpack, the Cardiac Kid, basically are suing the NCAA for NIL back pay. What do you take from this? Do you think it's because of the $2.8 billion antitrust lawsuit that's going in, or do you think it's just because everyone's eyes are getting this big with all the money that's being thrown out there?
Well, I think that's part of it. I think everyone wants in on the action, and why is there this artificial cutoff point? But again, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not an expert in that field. I don't know what case they have. I'm just wondering, could they sell backdated or retro merchandise? Like the Cardiac Kids t-shirts, I'm sure they must have made up. That was an era where players had to get paid under the table, and whatever benefits they got could not be really quote unquote legal. Again, you'd have to talk to a lawyer about that. I don't know what case they have. And then why couldn't the Bruins of the 70s get something then? I don't know. This seems like a Pandora's box that's being opened up here.
We got this new studio, so Bailey, I don't know. Can you bring in Shaun for 1 minute before Steve leaves, or no? If you can't, we'll have to ask Steve. He said he can.
Okay.
I want to get Shaun in here just to piggyback on the tank fight with Steve. Steve and Shaun have a good thing going with this boxing thing. We gotta get Shaun out to the football palooza this season. He's gonna come out and join us a couple times. I see he's got the cigar shirt on.
Ooh.
So Bailey's gonna bring him in here.
The fans don't like that shirt.
Yeah, cigar porn. Steve. There we go.
Oh, interesting.
Look at that.
Half and half.
You two are like
First time I've been
mocha and latte.
Wow, Shaun, I haven't seen you this skinny since 1999.
It's been about a decade.
I mean, man. And by the way, Shaun, NFL Network showed that 11-6 game about a week ago. Can I ask you something? Why the hell did you take all those sacks late? You had to get rid of the ball. Come on, Shaun.
See, it couldn't be like, why didn't protect better? Why we
Shaun, you had to get rid of the ball. You're holding that thing like a teacup. I'm like, bro, it's a hand grenade. Get it. And it's not even your fault. They robbed us on the Bert Emanuel thing.
Right, you could have started with the rob.
Yeah, the Bert Emanuel thing just killed
it.
Because you have to understand, I was a Buccaneer fan back then because when the Rams moved, I said, whoever drafts Warren Sapp, I'm going to adopt that team. And then I did not want to see Georgia Frontiere and the Rams win a Super Bowl in St. Louis. And on that fourth down, when Ricky Prohl went over Brian Kelly, I said, oh, God, we're in trouble.
Hey, I'm convinced that the NFL wasn't ready for two black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Because Steve McNair and the Titans had won the earlier game, and we were the late game. Because we remember now, we didn't even know that the call went to replay.
Right.
This was like the first time they instituted like replay back into the NFL. It was so bogus.
He ordered that half.
Then they changed the rule that off season. So, but I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
On the boxing front, why do we allow Gervonta Davis, who I think is one of the most dynamic fighters we've seen in a long time, to get away with this cupcake?
I'm with you.
Easy picking schedule that has turned him into a superstar.
Shaun, the reason why is in that right there is the boxing version of pretty privilege. That if you are a fighter that draws, like if his past fights would have done mediocre numbers or not done as strong at the box office, because he's actually sold out or done very well at the gate in LA, Atlanta, DC. No, there's not a lot of American fighters that can, everywhere he fights, he's going to draw at least 10,000 people. He'll do the same thing in Las Vegas next week. Mayweather Promotions says, you know what? We have something here. And if we can keep getting away with it with B-level opponents or bringing guys down in weight like Ryan Garcia, why wouldn't you keep doing it? In all fairness, that is the boxing business. And every fighter has had soft touches where they could leverage their own popularity. So once his fan base gets sick of it, Shaun, and they stop supporting it, that's when you're going to see the real pressure to fight guys like Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. So you're not a fan of Frank Martin, though,
and
John, is what you're telling me.
He is box office. But also all those fights were against Hispanic fighters who tend to have following. People support Leo Santa Cruz. People support Eastside Cruz. Eastside Cruz.
Well, here's the thing, though, Shaun, and here's another thing. I thought you were going to go here. They're also kind of slow. Frank is a quick twitch athlete, which is my fancy way of saying
cut it
he's
out,
black.
Man. Frank Martin's not Frank Martin is probably the least talented of the last 4 fighters that Tank Davis has fought.
Oh, I don't know. Frank's pretty
Oh,
good.
you want to look too far now.
Come on, Shaun.
Guys,
Frank is nice now. He's just young, but Frank is nice. Great athlete. Come on now.
Smitty, there's no offense to Derek James, Errol Spence, the whole Texas caravan of fighters. Man, we were talking about Frank Martin, Keyshawn Davis 6 months ago. Man, a 50-50 fight.
Well, Keyshawn Davis.
Now all of a sudden he in the ring with Tank Davis, man. Come on, man.
Hold
Cut
on.
it out.
Keyshawn
This the same BS Tank been pulling for the last 6 fights.
I will be back in about 10 minutes.
Wow.
So what you saying, Shaun? Like, who you want him to fight?
He should be fighting Shakur. He should be fighting Devin Haney.
Devin Haney got his ass knocked out the ring. I don't care about no supplements. Devin Haney came. I saw what I saw.
Hey,
I saw what I saw. And Javante beat his ass, beat Ryan, made Ryan give up.
Styles make fights. And he fought Ryan at 35 and put a rehydration clause in there. So
and they did a later weigh-in.
Hey,
Javante will put Haney to sleep, Shaun.
Hey, Smitty, to your point, Ryan weighed more at the weigh-in versus Haney than he weighed on fight night versus Tank.
Right. Hey, guy, Shaun, here's the thing. This is where the Tank Davis fans are really dishonest. They keep talking about how we need to, Inoue needs to move up. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you're putting more pressure on Inoue to move up, who began his career at 108 pounds, than you're putting on Tank to fight guys like Shakur. I mean, like, think about it. This is the privilege that Tank has. There's more pressure on Inoue to move up now 2 weight classes instead of Tank to fight a guy in his own weight class in Stevenson. It's ridiculous. And by the way, Inoue has never even fought at the weight class where Tank Davis started off his career. And they keep talking about the height. It's called a weight class, not a height class. I mean, it's the dumbest argument.
I'm not one of these guys in the bleachers talking about Tank should have fought Keith Thurman. I'm saying the fact that he hasn't fought Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, any of the elite black fighters. I know Teofimo's not black. Any of the elite black fighters around it or in his weight class. I mean, come on, those guys are getting older. Give us the fights you want to see. I think Tank might actually beat him.
Shaun, they haven't fought him. Why you putting it all on Tank's side?
Wait a minute, Tank is the guy that can make it happen here. Like, I don't blame Benavidez for the Canelo fight happening. You know why?
That's fair.
Because Canelo's the one that can actually make it happen. There's a thing called leverage.
I think Javante, after he takes out Frank, I think he's going to call out Haney next. That's my prediction.
Hey, man, this is a mismatch, man, of epic proportions. I'm not going to let people promote this like this is a fair fight.
Wow. Shaun King.
This is like a champion from your neighborhood going up against like
all right, I got it, Shaun. I got Tank's next fight. A black guy, Adrian Broner. That's the one to make. Yeah.
Stop playing, Steve. Stop playing, Steve.
Here's the bad thing about JB and Smitty about Broner. Broner's got as much heart. Broner's got as much heart as any fighter I've seen in a long time. His just physical skills have deteriorated because of his lifestyle.
Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the Henny. It is sad he cannot pull the trigger. He looks old. He looked like a bobblehead out there. When Blair Cobbs knocked his tooth out, I was like, oh, God.
He was so good back in the days, too. It's a shame how quickly he just went down.
Blame it on the Henny.
Hey, Steve, before we let Steve go, JB, I got one question for Steve.
Yo.
If Vasily Lomachenko and Adrian Broner stay at the respective weights they should have been at, who's viewed as the all-time greater fighter? Because I say this, Lomachenko only lost because he moved up too far in weight. That's when he started having issues. Adrian Broner, if he doesn't jump from 35 to 47 to fight Paulie Malignaggi, a lot of people forget this.
He jumped up 2 weight classes
to go fight Paulie, and then he beat Paulie by decision. Then he decided I can hang out in Paulie at 147. he never beat any of the top 47 pounders.
Shaun, here's my view. At their peak, Lomachenko's a much better fighter, much more disciplined, and I think his style. Think about Loma. In every division he's been in for a period of time, he was thought of as the best fighter in that division. Even though Broner was a 4-time, 4-division champion, he was never the clear number one. By the way, Shaun, I don't know how you looked at it. I thought Loma clearly beat Haney last year.
Get out of here, Steve.
You get out. What? Are you out of your mind?
I'm with Steve on that. That was clear cut.
Loma raked him over the coals.
If you would have said, I thought he won a close decision,
I thought he clearly won.
But clearly?
Shaun, this is worse than you holding the ball too long, knowing you cannot take a sack.
Nobody
you out of your mind?
Shaun, answer this question before Steve go. Which fighter would you rather be at the end of that fight?
Haney, because he got his hand.
No.
Thank you, Steve, man. Steve, you have a good one. We know you got to go.
And Darnell, see you on Saturday. You have the platinum invite. Get there Saturday.
I need some chicken wing. I need some meatballs. I need all that.
I know, and you bring the potato salad. We got you.
Okay. You bring the lo mein.
I do. I will.
Hey,
You'll be hungry an hour later. Don't worry about it. We're good.
We'll see you Thursday.
All right, see you Thursday, guys. See you later, Shaun.
All right, Shaun, can you give us like 5 minutes? We got to take a quick break. We got to put money in the meter so they don't tow our cars. But when we come back, we talking all things football. We talking all things boxing. And I might choke JB's ass out. Baby, take it away.
We got that. Luka has more points than the entire fucking T-Wolves team in the first quarter, and he starts off like he starts off, and we don't do anything. We don't throw a double at him. We don't close out. We don't put a face in. We don't meet him. If he's shooting from half court, homie, meet him at half court. Why are we sagging in the fuck? This guy's 4 fucking threes in the first 3 minutes, and we aren't even addressing him at the top of the line. He hits a 5th one.
JB, there was nothing you can do to stop him at that point, JB. You brought him up. You brought him up close. He blows past you. You step.
He don't blow past nobody.
Man,
he don't blow past nobody. Come on, you act like this motherfucker's Jordan. Come on, homie.
Look, you act like Luka don't get past people and don't get to the rim.
First of all, how about this, Smitty?
You don't have to be fast to do that, JB. You play basketball. Don't tell me. Come on, you know more than that, JB. Your first step, your size, your body. Stop.
You young cats that played in this and watched this current era, that when there's absolutely zero defense being played, you all think offensively that there's nothing you can do. Back in the day, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You know why? Because you didn't see only YouTube videos. You didn't watch great defensive teams that had pride in stopping people. And guess what it's called?
Rules were different, JB. They can handshake. You can't do that shit now. You can't do that shit.
Don't worry about it. I got you. This rule hasn't changed, and it's called denial of the basketball by great effort on defense. I am going to deny the basketball from Luka Doncic when he's hit 3 threes in the first 2 minutes and 4 threes in the first 4 minutes. I'm going to deny him the ball. That is what Kobe would have did, Rodman would have did, Pippen would have did, Rip Hamilton would have did, Rasheed Wallace would have did, fucking you name it. Ron Artest would have did.
So that was the answer last night.
So
if they denied Luka last night, the game changes.
Fuck, don't you think it does?
You don't think so? You
don't think it would have changed?
They got fucking prime time out there. You think they locking him up to the point where he just can't get the ball?
No, but I'm saying, how about we try to deny him the basketball? Did you see any effort at all on defending Luka with a denial mindset? How about we deny one of these two motherfuckers? But guess what we did? We worried about Lively and fucking the other Gafford. Instead, Kyrie goes for 36. Luka goes for fucking, what did he go
36. They both had 36. 36 and 36. It just, listen, you got 2 superstar players, man. That's what's gonna happen. They both had bad games last game. I knew it was gonna go off.
I don't understand Freddie Mac and you guys that say he's still gonna get the ball.
He is.
Okay, still getting the ball when the ball's inbounded to me like this, and I have to now work on trying to get and create a shot.
And get off me, step back. That's Luka's specialty.
Okay, versus getting the ball with no friction, and I just boom, That's a fucking huge difference, homie. If I get the ball and I have nothing but three-point line and rim, it's a lot different than I have a guy denying me and I got to get the ball and now I got to work the post. I got to generate a shot. Guess what it does? It creates more energy for me. I have to expend more energy. How much easier is this catching the ball, nothing in front of me? Snoop, and then, hey, Snoop Dogg, what's up, Snoop? Talk shit. And I get to run back down court. Nah, motherfucker. Deny me the ball.
Contrary to your belief, Luka actually likes when he has friction. And I know that sounds so
okay, but he's not hitting
stupid.
4 threes.
I know that sounds stupid. Luka he scores better when he has a body to be able to use his body to kind of
You're literally proving my point, homie. You're literally
I'm saying he plays better that way. I'm telling you.
But you're telling me that he's going to have 4 threes in the first 3 minutes with a guy denying him in his face, rather than no friction at all. It's coming down straight rim and no effort expended. No energy expended. You're telling me that don't matter. Baby. You're telling me there's no difference. There's no difference. Come on, man.
I'm just saying Luka's different, JB. You can blame defense. You can blame coaching. You can say coaches are soft. You can say players are soft. Players don't show effort. It's hard to watch. Say what you want. Some players are just different, and Luka Doncic is that guy.
Make great players earn it. That's all I'm telling you. Make great players earn it. They didn't make great player earn it last night. This motherfucker was on rhythm, hitting shots in rhythm. You let him hit 4 in a row without any friction or any change up on defense. It seemed like the T-Wolves had a different game plan every game versus what they did in Denver. They had a different plan, which hurt their defense, and it got worse and worse and worse from the first 2 games in Denver. The first 2 games in Denver was one of the best defensive efforts I've ever seen in the NBA playoff run. That's crazy.
I don't know if you've seen it, but in Seattle has something going on with the judicial department.
Let me check on that.
So we were talking May 6th, 8:45?
Yeah.
That works for me.
All right.
Do I need to sign anything?
No.
I'm just out of here. My comment about my client? Yeah. I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
God, she's accused of, what is it, criminal trespass?
In the first degree, yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and protesting and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
my client has pled not guilty. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm in the directory for the Washington State Bar Association.
Its name is Stephanie.
What was her voice? What was her voice so deep?
Its name is Stephanie. This is why women cannot coach men in the NBA, Smitty. This is what you have to understand is what's coming down the pipe, Smitty. This is why the women cannot be the head coach. Let me retract my statement. Women can coach in the NBA, and I think they should. They're very capable. I don't believe a woman should be a head coach of men in any sport because of situations like this. The delusion is flooding our brains. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you drink? Are you okay? Because you had a lot of drink there. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you see that motherfucker's nipples? Motherfuckers was hard as shit.
Bro got triple Z's.
But look how the nipple just poking out like it's like a laser beam.
It can shoot out of him.
There's no way I could call that thing Stephanie.
If she put her hands on you, like, what would you do?
I choke the shit out of it. I'm just saying, dog. Like, imagine Smitty, real shit. Like, I've been falsely accused of things, right? I'm sure we all have.
We back, baby. Let's get the template fixed, my guy. What's going on, chat? What's y'all going on, man? We have to go. So we in the hood, y'all. Y'all know we the realest show on Planet ERF. So there we go. So we got to run downstairs, Shaun. Parking is free up until 8 a.m. Pacific time. Once 8 a.m. hits, we got to run downstairs, put money in the meter so we don't get ticketed. So we had to go down there, expensive ass meters here in downtown LA, $6 per hour. So I put it in for an hour and a half.
God,
gonna finish the show up. So,
Shaun, it is what it is. We're grimy, Shaun.
I mean, the state tax ain't enough in Cali. They got to hit y'all across the head with the meters too. Jeez.
Man, it's crazy.
Hey, let right out the gate, since we're talking about that, do you think the Lakers lost Hurley or did UConn keep Hurley?
I think the NBA has done a very inadequate job of giving coaches true power. That I think it's very hard to get somebody like a Danny Hurley to go to the NBA at this point.
Great take.
Yeah.
Because you're basically only doing it for the money. Because the head coach lacks control right now in the NBA. Like, you're at the mercy of if your top players like you. And
especially when LeBron James is on your roster. That's even to another level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But it's a lot of the top guys. Like,
yep.
And to the players, if you can't be coached, then how do you improve and get better? And when your coach is hesitant to really be honest with you, which what coaching is, then that's an issue. So
and then also, not to cut you off, like, what are the expectations? Like, if I'm the head coach of the Lakers, the last head coach, Darvin Ham, was there. He took us to a Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. Last year, it took us to a playoffs. Yeah, we got swept, but you got swept against the reigning champion Denver Nuggets that was clearly better than y'all. And then he got fired in 2 years. Frank Vogel, before that, won a championship in the bubble, got fired. So it's like, what are the expectations? It's like, you got to win a championship every single year or you're getting let go. So if I'm a head coach, if I'm Dan Hurley, who's having all-time great success at the collegiate level, you're going to have to bring me a hell of an offer to make me leave this comfort zone to come to you.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you don't have personnel control in the NBA as a head coach. I mean, unless you're Popovich or somebody, that's been there forever, like, you don't even really get to control, like, who's on your bench. Like, if you've got a guy, a malcontent, say what's a little left-handed kid name start for the Lakers?
Where?
The one that was
Lakers?
The one that was sitting on the end of the bench.
D'Lo?
Yeah, during the timeout. He wasn't with everybody else.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell. Yep.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell. Like, if I'm a new coach coming in there, I don't want D'Angelo Russell. Like I don't want somebody with that attitude that's that inconsistent, shooting the basketball, picks and chooses when he plays defense. Like, but do you even have that kind of control as a head coach coming to that roster?
At the end of the day, Shaun, I still think Hurley leaves for Kobe, Jordan, Magic. I think he leaves for those guys. I think there's a clear cloud over LeBron James. He's a coach killer. It's been out there. And you know damn well that Hurley spoke to coaches that he knows in this fraternity that coach LeBron and said, man, stay away. Because now I'm just speculating, but I'm just saying the truth of the matter is he has fired coaches. And we've seen now 7 coaches in this Lakers organization alone, not all LeBron, but alone since Phil Jackson. Let me ask you this, though. Like, he did not recruit Bronny James at UConn. Why would he fucking recruit him at the Lakers?
Well, so I got an interesting opinion on that. I don't think that's a deterrent. Because here's why. Who else is there in this draft where the Lakers are going to be picking? It's not like you're taking Bronny over.
17, I think.
Yeah.
It's not like you're taking Bronny over some highly sought after piece. I mean, more than likely, when the Lakers are picking that, hell, you're going to be picking a guy you may not make the team, depending on what they want to do. So why not appease my best player with that selection?
I hear that, and everyone's been making that point, but we never know who we're drafting, technically speaking. I'm sure there's been, if we looked at the history of the drafts, I'm sure pick number 17, and some drafts have been horrible, and then some drafts have been all-star caliber players. So my thing is, I hear that, but it's still like, if you pick Bronny at 17, you're still picking him above somebody that's better than him. point.
So the NBA draft is the most irrelevant draft of all of the professional sports, even Major League Baseball, where they're going to the minor leagues. Because you never even know who got picked where on NBA draft day. Man, that ticker be so full of damn trades. New York sent their 2035, 45, and 50 first-round picks. You don't know who got what pick. It's so confusing. We rarely are familiar with any of the guys getting selected most times. Like even Wemby. Wemby was a name we had heard religiously, but no one had really seen a full game of Wembyana play. He was the number 1 pick last year. So,
Right.
I mean, it's just kind of where the NBA has gotten. I mean, once you get past Klingman and, you know, a couple other college guys we might recognize, I mean, why not take Bronny? That's my whole thing. Why not? Most NBA teams only go 7 deep anyway. If I can appease my best player by having his son on the team, I mean, Kevin Durant did it with Quinn Cook. Durant took Quinn Cook everywhere he went for like 3 different teams. That was
but at least Quinn Cook, I mean, to his defense, especially at Golden State, he had some flashes of helping the team out and playing a little bit.
You don't think Bronny's skilled?
I not say that. We don't, but at the end of the day, the tape don't lie. Everybody, all these college hoopers are skilled or athletic or can jump and can run and can slide. Can you put the ball in the basket? Can you lock down guys at an NBA level? He's a good defender. I do believe that. I think he's smart, but he's undersized. He's smaller than what I thought. I thought he was like 6'4", 6'5". The man's what, 6'1.5". Most of these NBA guards are 6'4". Who is he guarding from a size standpoint? I do think he's a pretty good shooter when he's wide open. I don't know how. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know. I'm not dissing Bronny. I want him to be good. Like Bronny's a good kid. He hasn't done anything actually wrong in my opinion. He's quiet. He's LeBron's son. That's the only issue going on.
If Bronny James wasn't in this draft, nobody would give a rat's ass who the Lakers take in the late teens. Period. Nobody would blink an eye
Oh
about
fuck it. Just get whoever then. Just draft me then. Just draft you.
Hey, the Lakers
That's true. But let me ask you this. That's a true statement, but I got to ask you. Most NBA cats, I think you've said it before on this show, most NBA cats on the end of the bench who don't play in the NBA at all, but they're on a roster, can go to the YMCA and drop 50 on us.
Yes, absolutely.
Bronny James ain't dropping 50 on me, homeboy. That's on everything. I'm bodying that motherfucker. He ain't got nothing over me. Everybody else could like jump over me. He's slow.
Hey, JB.
Nah, Shaun. That's why I gotta wheel it back in. I'm gonna
wheel it back in. I'm capping because I ain't gonna get my all that out there. But Shaun, to be honest, he ain't going to the Y in the hood and balling on some of these cats like a lot of NBA cats would. D-Lo would go score 100 on any of us.
I think
Bryce ain't. Bronny ain't.
D-Lo's an 8-year NBA vet. So
I think from a skill standpoint,
Freddie Mac, I'll hoop your ass up, Freddie Mac. Shut your motherfucking ass up. I'll hit you with the left, a post move. I got Kevin McKellar around this motherfucker. That's who I am. Hey, Shaun, let me dive into something real quick. We got some breaking news. 2 different things that are breaking. One, the John Madden cover broke today. Everybody wanted to know about it. And apparently, we got breaking news that it is CMC, the great white hope, the great ghost.
Clap it up.
Clap it up for him. Is this a bad thing? Because he's already been hurt, so hopefully he don't get hurt again. Because everybody that goes on this motherfucker gets hurt. So where are you at with him being on the cover? Smitty dropped some he said it's fact. It's Joe Burrow. I know for a fact. And this motherfucker's lying again. Smitty come out here. Every time Smitty say fact, he's fucking wrong. Just throwing it out there. So Smitty owes 20 push-ups later on. Where are you at with this? CMC on the cover.
I'm cool with it. I mean, I didn't even know Madden still came out with a cover with these geniuses online.
I didn't either though. Smitty young. I didn't either, homie.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all time out, Shaun. Y'all not that old. You said you didn't know Madden still had a cover? What do you think? You think it's gonna be a blank black cover and just say Madden?
Even though Madden was still out.
Hey, Smitty.
Stop.
Smitty, my point being nobody goes to the actual brick and mortar to buy the game.
Oh, okay.
They
Gotcha,
order it online, and you can pick and choose what you want on the cover. So I ain't even know it was a big thing anymore.
No, I didn't know any of that. The other breaking news is, Bailey, I sent it to your DM on Twitter. So Hassan Reddick has not reported to the New York Jets camp. We talked about it earlier. But just coming out to this morning, Another one, I just told Smitty, I said, Hassan Reddick, it really don't matter as long as Aaron Rodgers is okay. Aaron Rodgers ain't reporting to camp now, and it's mandatory, and he did not get an excuse, and apparently he's going to get fined. All I got to say is, Shaun, not a great start to this New York Jets optimistic season that everyone has hopes and prayers for, with AR5 being healthy, with this great wideout core, with this great defense in front seven, lockdown corner and Sauce, all these things going on. What is going on there? Is it a big deal? Is it not? You've been in these camps. You've been in this situation. When a guy of his stature don't show up, how big of a deal is it? Let the casual fans out here know. Big deal or no big deal?
I think the Hassan Reddick thing is a big deal because it's money. His last 4 years in Philly, 11, 12 and a half, 16, not in that order, but he had double-digit sacks all 4 years. You don't just let guys like that are still in their 20s walk out the door. Yeah. So obviously he has some contract demands that Philly didn't want to meet, which precipitated the trade to the Jets. And obviously the Jets haven't met those contractual obligations, and he's like, okay, I'll holler a little bit later. As far as Rodgers, I don't know why this surprises anyone because he regularly did this in Green Bay, which was an issue that Green Bay kind of had with Rodgers. What are you doing that's so important? And this is when we start finding out about Rodgers and his trips to go smoke the weed or sit in the tent full of smoke or whatever it is the hell that he does.
Dark room, ayahuasca.
Yeah, that's how we found out about that. So I don't think that's a big deal because I think the Jets know what they signed up for.
Yeah, they said they're gonna find him and stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna see. All right, look, we got some viral video that's going out there. I asked Steve Kim about it. I got to ask the quarterback himself, Caleb Williams, in pat and go. You know, we all know we love pat and go. We used to get out there, pat and go. He threw this ball, and break it down from a whole operational standpoint, Shaun, that the most casual fan won't understand. Operational meaning that I'm trying to explain that Keynan takes off, and now he's already getting topped in right there. He wants to go get that ball, in my opinion, if I'm looking at the receiver by his speed, because we don't want to slow down as a wideout at top speed or getting to top speed. And then he blurbs out, "Oh, hell nah," which has gone viral. Keynan was on a hot mic and said, "Hell nah." Is it a pat and go ball that was underthrown and he's mad? Is he comparing Herbo to Caleb? Is it pat and go and he's saying hell nah in a good way, that it was the ball that I wanted? Where are you at with this whole thing? Because we don't know. We're all speculating at this point.
I mean, this is no bearing to me because you got to have context on something like this. First of all, for all you quarterback and coaches and OCs out there, quarterback can throw his arm out and pat and go. If you don't have those reps balanced out right, and he's throwing too many go balls to start practice, I mean, you could really fatigue that arm quickly. So you don't know where Caleb is in pat and go. Where's the wide receiver? Last thing a wide receiver wants to do, his first pat and go route is have to speed up and go catch a ball when them hamstrings still kind of loosening up. So, it's hard to tell in pat and go. The only thing I looked at, I don't ever want the ball on the ground. Ball don't touch the ground. I'm okay with this. As far as what Keynan said, again, what is he talking about? Who is he talking to? There's just so many unknowns here.
Yeah,
but
that's why I said we don't know.
Yeah, the moral of this story is, listen, quarterback coaches, OCs, you can throw your quarterback arm out and pat and go. You got to divide those reps up properly.
Let me ask you, are you a guy that's in pat and go, we're just getting out there? First of all, I never let my Qs throw the ball without at least getting – I used to go to the goalpost, old school. I used to stretch it out, do the old school under the, swimming pool exercises that I do on air that I would do under the water, all those things to warm up. But let's just say we're in pat and go. We're kind of lathered up and got a sweat going. Were you a guy to start with hits, 0 and go up, 0, 2, slant, 3, speed out, and then go to hit fade, or you fade ball first and go to hits later?
See, to me, I like pat and go as a part of pre-practice.
Me too. That's what I do.
More so than routes on air. To me, that's right after stretch, right before we get into everything, kind of want to loosen up a little bit. And my thing is, don't put the ball on the ground. We're not trying to see how fast the receiver can run or how far the quarterback can throw it. We just want a nice little get your arms loosened up, got to get a little stretch, get a release, And then we go routes on air. It just depends on what we got in the play sheet for that day. I always try and match routes on air versus what we're actually doing that day in 7-on-7 and team. If it's red zone or if it's 1st and 10, like what packages do we have, and try and get those routes going.
No doubt. Hey, I want to try something. We're in the studio. I want to try something with you. I don't know if we could do it yet.
Uh-oh.
Because the film won't be ready for a few days, but I want to try the whiteboard option that I have on this TV. And I don't know, Bailey, how do we get Shaun on the screen? I don't think we can.
He can see you, though. That's all that matters. He can see.
Yeah, so Shaun, I know you can see me
And
when
we
I
can hear
switch.
him.
When I switch this camera, I think you can see me. But I think later we can have you on the board with me on the whiteboard some way. I don't know how to do that. It's kind of like, I think, a shared screen, but we'll figure it out. But I want to get on the board and talk about you and I's least favorite defenses to face as a play caller and a schemer. So I'm going to get to it. Right there, Bailey, you can stay, Smitty. I want to check this out. I want to see. Is that 2?
That's 2.
All right, that's 2.
That's
Let's
the
check
big
it
one.
out. Let's check it out. Let's check it
So
out.
Bailey gonna probably have to make. There we go. There we go.
Can you see me, Shaun?
Oh. Shaun, can you hear it, Shaun?
Yep, I got you.
I can hear it.
See the board?
I could. He put me back up.
He can see me?
I don't know. Shaun, can you see it? Can you see the board or no?
I can see the board when I don't see myself, but when I see myself, I don't.
You can see the board, but you can't see yourself.
Okay,
Yep.
you're good. You're good. You're
That's
good.
cool. That's perfect for
All
now.
right, okay, Shaun. So look, top 5 defenses.
No,
that
hold on.
You
hold
and
on.
I do not want to see, like
I
our
can't-
least favorite.
Okay.
So I want to start at number 5 for me. All right. And I'm going to draw it as an offensive standpoint. I'm going to draw it up as so I'm going to start at 5, and we're going to go into what I call an eagle front. So we'll go nose 3-5 with a bubble. So we'll go whip and Mike over to 3. So that front right there, and if I add a tight end, we'll get the Sam to come out and tough look it. That is a defense that I had to dictate where I ran the football, and we had to attack this bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a scheme that we don't like to necessarily see in the run game, and then you want to mix your pass game up to it, and etc. So we're trying to. It's a good thing for pass, in my opinion, but it's also a tough thing to run the football on unless you're running to the bubble here, which is just one of those type of. Let me see if I can erase this. Oh yeah. One of those type of situations. So that's the first one I do not like. What do you like with this one? What do you like with this front? I call it an eagle. I call it an eagle defense. 3-0-3-5, with that 3 technique being covered by the Mike. So he's a free runner and a spiller. Do you like going against this, or do you not?
I think the first thing when I see a team that plays an eagle front, how do we match up personnel-wise on the edges? If we have advantages versus those situations, then I don't mind this defense because I think we can have a lot of success throwing the football. Because teams will try and play some zone to this, but a lot of it ends up being matchup zone. It's not true zone. And if our guys, the WZ and W, the receivers that you got on the board, if they can make people miss in space, we can really take advantage of a team that kind of overloads the box. Because a team that does this is trying to mess up your number count in the run game. They're trying to make it so you don't ever really have a significant advantage, but they also know they're vulnerable on the edges.
No doubt. Let me dive into the number 4. I call it a hawk front. Basically, it's another even front, but it's a little tilted nose, 3-5. And this one is a Mike over the nose and the whip and B gap. So a little different than eagle. We got the Mike not over the 3s, now over the nose. So you get a lot of tipsy-turvy in the run game. And a lot of fit options here. Do you mind seeing this one? No big difference than eagle. Again, your point, perimeter. We can throw the football, but we can also run outside zone if we want, and we can also read interior linemen. So you like facing this front or similar to eagle?
Again, it's going to put you in a number count situation. And for people watching, the run game, you're always trying to count the box. So if you see in this particular front, there are 6 guys in the box and only 5 blockers. And I know we can add a tight end in at times, but that also brings the Sam, who you don't have on the board, into the box as well. So you really have to do a good job here of understanding the number counts. But there are some ways, I think, backside with the zone read stuff that you can block down with the left guard and the center on that nose and Mike, and have the tackle sift up to the W and on the backside, and have him sit, and then leave the end unblocked if you got an athletic quarterback, and put that guy in some binds with your zone read stuff.
No doubt. I'm going to skip right to the least favorite defense I want to see, or the most least favorite I want to see, and that's the odd front.
I hate the odd front.
Yeah, the odd is a bit. Where's my red?
Why I hate the odd front? Break that down to me, JB and Shaun.
Why do you hate the odd front? Why we don't like it. The odd front is what I'm going to call a 30 stack or a true odd. Just so we're clear. These guys are stacked, and these techniques, these tackles right here, Smitty, those are not defensive ends. These are not speed rush guys. These are big gap.
True fours.
These are B gap
four eyes. Yep.
Your edge guys are your rover and your strong safety who are going to walk up. These guys are true B gap players, and now we got to have an anchor to the coverage, anchor to the front, and you see basically all this is a bastard bear front.
Yep.
All this is derived from the bear and the 4-2 stack.
Yep.
We call it odd front. You have to have rhyme or reason, Shaun, as everyone understands in the run game. If you can't run the football and you're just predicated to throwing it, you're going to have problems. So how we handle B gap, in my opinion, in the run game is crucial. And do we read the 4-techs or the 5s? And do we throw off of the second level backer? It's all predicated on the front. But you have to have a rhyme or reason if you run outside zone, inside zone, read option with me. You're going to have a rhyme or reason how to defend and who we're reading and who we're pitching off of. That's the biggest thing. And Shaun, for me, I just automatically get into 12 personnel and make them defend my extra gaps. And that's just what I would do. So now I'm at least evening them out up front. And now you can go ahead and do what you want. But at least now I got some gaps that I can control here. I can do a lot of different things. I can read him, slip him to the rover. We can actually read that guy, different things. But tell us why you don't like the odd.
Hey, Smitty.
Yeah.
There are more offensive coordinators and O-line coaches that fell out about how to design a run game against this front than any front in the history of football. This is an automatic argument on how you block inside zone, on your gap scheme stuff, who's your pullers. Like, I mean, it is an automatic argument because there's so many different philosophies about how to attack it. We used to get into it because Navy ran it, and we were at USF.
Yep. Georgia Tech.
And we had a lot of successes. We had better athletes, but I don't know that we ever had a real sound plan as far as how we're going to attack it. But the numbers do match up in ace.
Yep.
A lot better than they do in open fronts. But, again, when open looks, which means no tight end on either tackle, you do force those perimeter guys, those apex defenders, the strong safety, and I think it was the will on the other side to play in space. And a lot of times those body types aren't that good at that.
No doubt. I don't know where Smitty's at. Oh, because Shaun's in Smitty's face.
Put me back in the middle,
Bailey's fixing it.
He texted too, but
yeah, I was just I just wanted to go through that with you.
That was dope. I love that's my favorite part of the show. I always tell JB, anytime we can like break down film or go to the board, like I go back to my player mode because like I wasn't some freak athlete. I had good feet. I was strong. I was an effort player, but I was smart. And the film room would always give me my advantages and how I became an all-conference player and starter and captains of my team because of that stuff right there. It wasn't because I was running a 4.4 at 290 or anything like that. So I love just learning, and what I've learned too, man, even though I played the game for so long, like it's a lot I don't know. And I'm confident enough to just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like I see a little, see a lot as a D lineman. See a little, see a lot. Like know my gaps. I know about, so back my side, what blocks I should be expecting, back opposite, little stuff like that. But I wasn't worried about what the secondary zone. I wasn't worried about, what the wideouts were doing. So I love just talking to two quarterbacks and really understanding how you guys view stuff because it's a whole different world than my world.
Shaun, Friday we'll break down our favorite defenses to face. And also in that odd front shit, you got to add I call it diamond, which is a 5-man front with a one Mike backer, and then bear is a 5-man front with 2 inside backers. We also dictate, are you going to be in cover 0 if I go 10 personnel, or what? There's a lot of things to talk about. So we're going to get that going as we build the show in the studio. But listen to your, I got to talk NBA Finals with you before you get out of here. Game 3 is tomorrow. Dallas back home. Where are you at with this Dallas team just basically not showing up yet? And I got something to say, Shaun, because you're better. And I got something to get off my chest, and I want to do it with you.
Well, let me say this. I told everybody around me, bet Boston to win the series or don't bet the series at all. I was like, the books are not in the business of giving away money. When they made Boston a $2 favorite, I was like, Boston is the only side to bet for the series. I mean, if you don't believe it, just don't bet it. But taking Dallas is fool's gold because they're not – I would have thought Dallas had a better chance if Dallas was like plus 130 and Boston was like minus 120 or something. But when they made Boston minus 210, they were telling you that Boston is a superior team.
Yep.
I got, as a bettor, as a competitor that you and I both are, not only in the positions that we play playing the sports, even if we were hooping at the Y or playing football, now we're bettors and we're still got the same competitive spirit. I got to ask you something, man. I got a daily rant for you. The end of the Mavs Celtics game to me was disgusting as shit to watch as a competitor. I just have to be real with you. I got a question. That this money being bet on, whether it was won or lost, is very suspicious to me as I watched the end of that game too. The betting line, Shaun, was Celtics -6. They won by 7. Up 7, Shaun, with 28 seconds left. The Mavs didn't foul at all. Why? It's a 2-possession game. So with the foul, obviously. So obviously they're down 7. We've seen 4-point plays, Reggie Miller, and so on. But let's just say you don't get 7 points in 2 possessions. Let's just say you make it a 1 possession. It's a 2-possession game in theory with 28 seconds left. They allowed Boston, Shaun, to get a 24-second clock violation. So the Mavs get 4 seconds back. In any other scenario, the Mavs at least jack up a 3. But nope. They let 4 seconds roll off again. Celtics up 7. Line is 6, Shaun. Stay with me. Should it be investigated as to why we don't foul or shoot the rock at this junction in the game anymore? Because back in the day, Shaun, you and I know this was hack-a-shack. This was foul. 28 seconds, you're down 7. That game's not over in my mind. The Mavs foul. Boston misses free throws, let's just say. Hypothetically, Luka comes down, hits a 3. Now there's 20 seconds left, and you're down 4. Now you foul again. Let's just say Boston makes 1 of 2 or misses 2. Mavs go down, bomb a 3. There's still 10 or 15 seconds, Shaun. It's a 1-point game or tied. Anything can happen. Like press, inbound. Something don't smell right in these games, late in games, Shaun. I've been saying it for a few months now. I brought it up to Smitty a few months ago when I watched the end of some game. I'm like, why are we fouling? Why aren't we doing the things we used to do at the end of basketball games? Shaun, it's the NBA fucking finals. It ain't like fucking rec league letting them score. 28 seconds left, down 7. If you watch that game, Shaun, you should go back on YouTube, watch the end of that game. I thought it was a straight up throwing money down the drain for some people that bet it. And I'm telling you, if I'm a bettor and I bet that 6, I'm pissed off today. And I think there's something to say about it. I think there's something going on, Shaun. You're better. You know more than me. I want to hear your take.
Here's what makes you skeptical. In the game 1, under a minute left, the score is 107-89. They put up 4 shots.
They went on a 9-0 run.
Right. And all of a sudden in game 2, in the 7-point game, they don't put up any shots.
Great point.
Half a minute. Like, that's
by the way, this game was 102-89, and Dallas went on a 9-0 run with under 2 minutes left to get it to a reachable game.
Right. Like, that's what kind of makes you like, come on, man. When does the sportsmanship gesture go out and when does it not go out? Like, just make it uniform so we know.
Yeah, exactly. When are you call it in? If you're down 20 with 30 seconds, you're down maybe 15. 7 with 28 seconds seems to me that I'm fouling. I'm putting you at the line. They don't foul or jack any shots.
It was.
You know what's sad? It makes you look questionably at anybody that decides to play the whole game out.
Right,
so now you get in these situations, and it's one dude that's still really hooping. You looking at the box score like, hold on, man, where Buddy at as far as his point prop? Where they at? You know, it's crazy. It makes you look straight, look sideways at the guy that's actually playing the entire game.
My only counter to what you guys saying, I mean, it makes sense. But my counter to that is, if what JB's saying, if there's truth to what JB is kind of alluding to, that means like the whole team, all the players out there are in on this shit. And everybody knows exactly what the score is, what's going on, and they're all like, what is the benefit for all these players on the court to go out there and be in on this? Are they getting a cut of some of that? You think they all just shook hands and met privately, but before the game? It's hard for me to believe that, especially when we all know players too, whether it's NFL, NBA, UFL. No matter what the league is, like, we actually know these guys who went from college to the NFL and the NBA, and I spoke to these guys. You guys have spoken to these guys. I just don't see. Shaun, you played in the damn league. You got the most insight of anybody. Like, y'all, and I know it was different times. I get it, but gambling been going on forever. Whether it was fucking the way it is now or it's behind the scenes, gambling has been going on. I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe that.
Shaun, here's the thing, Shaun. Before you answer this, this is my thing. I saw Kobe score 15 points in fucking 29 seconds. I saw McGrady score 13 in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And this is we can argue, this is the worst defensive era we've ever seen in the NBA. And you're telling me Luka, who y'all call the white Larry Bird, can't fucking score 7 to 8 points? You get Luka, your white god nowadays can't score 8 points in 28 seconds? Hold on. I thought he was the guy. I thought this motherfucker was the walk on water.
It's 8 points, but you're assuming that they're missing all their fucking free throws and it's just staying at 8.
No, Smitty, they don't even try to shoot a 3. Like, you're missing the point. Luka don't even take one shot.
I gotta go back and watch
Go watch it, homie. I'm not just bringing it up to make it up.
No,
he don't even take a shot, Shaun. And they don't foul. So if you don't foul, you can't get the ball back.
I mean, there's some truth to that, but they didn't lose because of Luka. Luka gave them 30 plus. I mean, they lost because Kyrie was shooting like the basket was moving, and they had nobody else that could generate offense. The thing I don't understand is there are times where they acknowledge that Gafford has a tremendous size advantage on everybody Boston tries to guard him with. Like, they got to utilize that. Like, they're trying to beat Boston at Boston's game. Boston has overall better perimeter players than Dallas, but they're trying to play a perimeter game against them. Be big. Make them defend Gafford. Gafford, stop playing like a 6'9" guy and play like the 7-footer you are. Like, he went up there and should have been trying to dunk, and he ended up trying to two-hand layup against somebody and got it blocked. Like, Dallas has a size advantage. Use it.
I hear you on that. My only counter to that would be that, like, I like Gafford, but, like, if you're running your offense through Gafford, you lost this series. Like, at the end of the day, you got here through Luka and Kyrie. You're going to win or lose this with Luka and Kyrie. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, get to the paint more, try to play more physical. I get that, but I don't know if playing through Gafford
I'm not saying play through him, but I'm saying use him more. Boston is better on the perimeter. Dallas has Luka, Kyrie. Boston has Drew, Jalen, and Jason. And then Derek White is more accomplished than P.J. Washington or Daniel Jones. So
I'm going to be real with you. You can keep going. The Suns is the better team, which is why I've been saying from the jump. I told you from the get-go that the Suns was going to win it all. Before I knew who they was playing against, they've shown all year long they're the better team. They're deep as hell. I don't care about previous years. Some people think they choked in the playoffs, choked in the final. Say what you want. They didn't choke. Those were learning lessons. They had to learn how to beat LeBron, learn how it is to go against a Steph. Ain't no LeBron and Steph in these finals. They are the big dogs, and they are deep with talent, with all-stars and proven players.
I will say this. If the real Kyrie shows up, this could very easily be 2-2 after the next 2 games. Kyrie been invisible so far.
I think Smitty and everybody's missing a key element here.
Talk about it.
What's gone? What's after this series?
Nothing.
Live it.
What the fuck are we talking about? These motherfuckers are not fouling with 28 seconds down 7 in the NBA Finals. There is no more games. This is the NBA
There is no tomorrow.
Shaun,
There is no tomorrow.
Shaun, this motherfucker's making excuses for the fucking NBA Finals, homie. Like, make it make sense. This motherfucker to my left, to your right, literally is making a fucking excuse in the NBA Finals. That's how soft this generation's become.
Here we go. Here we go.
We got a finals game. Let me ask you something, Shaun, real quick. Real shit on this one, though.
You ain't got to answer it, Shaun.
And I'm going to ask Smitty, too. Let's be real. This is the NBA Finals, and Boston Celtics, have they not shot piss poor?
Piss poor.
They're fucking horrible from the perimeter in these first 2 games. And you're telling me that we don't want to put them at the free throw line in nut crunching time?
They making all they fucking free throws
during the regular game. I want to see them with 28 seconds left. Make them. Why we wouldn't test that? Why we wouldn't?
I'm with you. I'm not saying that. I'm with you. But at the end of the day, they fucking down 0-2. They probably lost that game anyway. You're right. Should have been more effort at the end. It should have been more effort at the end. But should have been more effort from the fucking get-go to where they're not even in that position in the first place. They're down 0-2. The Celtics are the better team.
They act like there's another series after this.
I didn't say none of that.
The Celtics go on and Dallas goes down and plays someone else to get back to another series.
I didn't say none of that.
What are we talking about?
I didn't say none of that.
Shaun, that's like the Super Bowl. And we don't onside down 1 with fucking a minute left with 2 timeouts. Like, what are we talking about? We're not even trying nowadays.
Hey, let's be honest. I do feel like pulling your starters in game 2 in a game that's under 10 points, to me,
that's crazy to me.
Let's play it out. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen, like y'all mentioned, Reggie Miller at the guard. Like, we've seen strange things happen. We've also seen Boston.
Even in these playoffs, we've seen crazy shit happen. Honestly, in these playoffs, yeah.
Right,
I'm
because
with
they
you.
played the Minnesota series different. Remember, Luka hit the 3 for the 4-point play at the end of the one game against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like, so
Shaun, these cats live in the YouTube era. These cats really don't want to go back and watch Karl Malone and Scottie Pippen almost scrapping in the All-Star game when the game was tied at the end and motherfuckers was fouling each other to win the All-Star game. We don't realize there was a difference. Like, how do you think Reggie Miller did what he did for you guys? You act like he didn't steal the ball and hack the and then foul the motherfucker. You act like DJ didn't steal the ball with Larry Bird and score a layup. Like, it's happened before. It's not like we've never seen a fucking comeback this late in a game. And now we're making excuses as to why we don't foul in 28 seconds. It's crazy to me.
Oh, I'm not even arguing with you, JB. That's the crazy thing. I'm not even arguing with you. Yes, they should have showed more effort. I'm saying is
not even effort.
99% of the time they lose that game regardless. That's all I'm saying.
Shaun, I think Smitty's missing the point on this. It's not effort. They don't even do it. Like, there is no foul. They take the players out, to your point. They take the motherfuckers out. They're not even thinking about trying to do it.
Hey, first of all, Mark Cuban, Jason Kidd, I don't know who the president is there in Dallas. They should all know that they got a fan base that took the Mavs plus 6.5. So, goddamn it, if you're going to lose the game outright, at least lose by 5. It's all your fans.
And I get Luka missed free throws. I get the
they
Dallas.
missed hella free throws.
Yeah, but in Boston made them. But you're down 7 at the end of a game.
I'm with you.
I would put them motherfuckers at the line, Shaun. Shaun, you remember back in the day, Shaun, we grew up. The last 20 seconds of an NBA game took 20 minutes. Because we were fouling, putting dudes at the line, and we've seen crazy shit happen. And now we don't. It's like this. We rather waste our time on fucking instant replay review for 40 minutes on what is a flagrant and a common foul over fucking fouling. What?
Hey, this whole conversation is the gift and the curse of sports gambling. The gift is so many people are interested in the particulars of the game because there's so many avenues to gamble. The bad thing is people is like pissed off when they don't get a legitimate full 4 quarters worth of effort. Because there's some people that had player props that needed 1 rebound or 1 assist or 1 point.
And they just get out the game.
And then they take them out the game and they like, this is bullshit.
And Shaun, that's a hell of a point because like this shit sounds kind of personal to JB. And we usually talk to each other about our sports bets from game to game, but I don't always know every single bet that he makes.
I didn't bet
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I didn't bet this one, but Shaun, I'm just saying, Shaun, like
as a rule, I don't bet NBA. I bet player props.
I bet props. I don't bet the games. But here's the thing, Shaun. I bet player props.
I'm going over on Kyrie's points next game, game 3 though.
I did that 2 weeks ago.
I went over
game 3. There's no way in hell he has another in a row.
Hey, Shaun.
There's no way.
Here's Shaun. Here's the thing. Here's the question on this whole betting thing that we're on, though. It's been proven, Shaun. This is what's scary as a bettor and a capper. The Jonte Porter kid just got cracked. He got pressed by the mob or whoever the fuck did it. He came out, was like, I'm in the red. I need to get out and get into the black. Like, really, we've seen it now. Like, we've seen players now saying, hey, we saw referees in the Donahue can't do it. We've seen the players now coming out saying that it's a real thing. I got to start questioning it, man, because there's no way you don't just play to the end of a professional basketball game when all the little jits out in Florida, all the little homies out in LA are watching the elite. And we're just walking up the court with 30 seconds left in a fucking NBA Finals game. That shit don't sit well with me, dog.
Public service announcement to all pro athletes out there. Just don't sports bet till you finish playing. I mean, you can come to Vegas and shoot craps, play blackjack, take your shot at roulette. Just don't sports bet till you stop playing, man. It's not $2 million jobs out here in the regular world, guys. I'm trying to tell you. So if you lose the one you got, you're going to take a pay cut. So don't even risk
it. $2 million job. I know that for a fact.
Hey, Shaun.
Don't even risk it, man.
Hey, Shaun, as you walk out of here today and you go to the cigar lounge out there on the strip.
At 8 Lounge.
Hey, how hot is it out there?
Oh, it's hot it's hot as fish grease right now, baby. Look here.
Hey, but I got to show you what's going to make you hotter.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Bailey.
Hey, it's tapping ass.
Bailey, drop my favorite quarterback. Show Shaun what he's going to do.
Oh, my God. It better not be.
Show what he's about to do. Oh, Danny Dimes! He going to do it all game. He going to do it all year long. Shaun. Danny Dimes is going to do it this year. I believe it.
Do what? What's it?
He going to ball out.
What's it?
He going to get there.
Define ball out. Define get
He
there.
already won a playoff game, Shaun, with a mid-roster.
Saquon ain't there no more.
It don't matter.
Saquon left. Your best player left.
Hey, Shaun.
That left.
Shaun, he's going to have a better year than
JB, why
Caleb
did he
Williams.
throw that ball on time right there? Why
Hey, Shaun, he going to have a better year than Caleb Williams.
Why didn't he throw that ball right there? The guy.
Hey, Shaun. We don't know what he sees, Shaun.
That's the problem.
Hey,
he don't know what he sees.
Hey, Shaun, I sound like this motherfucker. AR5, I don't know what AR5 sees, JB. I don't know what he sees, JB.
Don't flip it on me, motherfucker. Sticks by your gun.
Hey,
Stick
Shaun,
by your gun.
I just wanted to end it with something funny. You on Friday?
Yeah. Hey, also, let me go shout out to my boy James Lee, former offensive tackle from the Bucks. This is his brand, Cigar Porn. For all you cigar smokers out there, man, go support my guy.
Hell yeah.
Porn. I love it.
Hey, appreciate you coming. I don't know if you haven't seen, but we got a wall of fame with your picture on it over here. And we got you the first guest with Steve Kim on the show in our new studio. So we're going to build this thing, man. We got to get our mics right. We got some new mics, wireless. So we're going to figure out we're going to put our real mics up or what have you.
Jay with the Dollar General got these mics. But I'm going to get it clean and get it fixed and stuff
like that. $700 for these motherfuckers. And look at that, son. Look at your face right there, son. Look at that.
Hey, I got to go get my color in today, man. I'm tired of the salt.
Hey, Palooza this Saturday. Pull up.
We
and JB out smoking, drinking, eating.
Hey, happy Father's Day to everybody, too.
Huh?
I say happy Father's Day this weekend, too.
Hey, you too,
happy
brother.
Father's Day.
You
Fathers,
too.
I ain't got no kids, so
Definitely.
yeah, happy Father's Day.
That you know
I'm
about.
your father.
That you know about. I heard Muncie, Indiana might be a few,
All right, there, Shaun. It's been a good one. My wife, I love you, baby, Chanel. Mwah. Shaun broke the bro code and everything. Hey, he must be, you know what I mean? He must be the family.
Hey, Shaun, we'll see you Friday.
Those Jay Whitlock kids. My bad. They mistook you.
Get your cigar pour, y'all.
Hey,
all right, there, Shaun.
We'll see you Friday.
Peace.
Hey, why though? These are the DJI 2 mics. I use DJI 1 mics at my house. These are DJI 2, supposed to be better, longer range, clear frequency. We can't figure out the game, man. We're gonna have to figure out.
Don't say, hold on, don't use the word can't when you're talking about me. Use it for yourself. Don't ever say what I can't
You
do.
did it, Smitty said so over there. You said you can figure out everything. Well, shit,
That
you
shit
ain't
was
figured out the
fire.
mics. You ain't figured out the mics.
Not my priority. I got other shit.
No, you ain't got other shit.
Other shit going
you drove
on.
15 minutes away. I drove 2 hours.
Worrying about putting the best content together, the best show, the best topic, the best discussions. I'm gonna chop up some clips and make some verticals right to the show. We got to meet, prepare for tomorrow.
Let me give
we got
you
a lot
tour.
of shit to do.
Walk around this motherfucker. Let me show
You can't give them a tour. How you gonna give them a tour?
Watch this shit.
How you gonna give them a tour? How you gonna give them a tour? Jada wanted to see the whole. You did. Now you can see Jada was
We
good.
in this building. We in this motherfucker. We're gonna get the mics right. Don't trip.
We in this motherfucker and you know we turned up. You ask me what's in my cup, don't worry about what's in my cup. Girl got a fat, actually got a fat butt. You see me in the neighborhood, you better say what's up. If you don't, I got my boy JB, he point that thing out. Bang, bang out. Make you bang, make you bleed out. Slap dick, yeah, we drink it. You know we drunk out. Turning up on every weekend. That's how we all about. Jazzy Jazz, what's going on, girl? Coach Rogue, your laugh is the stupidest. That nigga said, your laugh is the stupidest. Slap dick. Slap
First
dick.
sign bottle right there, sir. First sign bottle.
Don't ask what's in our cup because you know what it is. I ain't got to answer the question. I ain't got no kids. Don't tell me Happy Father's Day because I ain't got no kids. What you talking about? Let me stop playing. I'm freestyling right now on top of the head. Shout out to Mike Bundy, man. 1999, man. We got 2 minutes left on the show. Let's see how many 1999 we get in 2 minutes starting right now.
Shout out to Smitty's credit score for making it all possible. Good shit, G Wizzle. You would find that out. You don't even know the real story, but good job remembering that.
We had no Wi-Fi, no signal, nothing without me.
Yep. But I got to pay the bill, so.
It'd be all pre-recorded.
I got to pay the bill still.
You get a bigger percentage of the cut.
Internet is just in your name, but you didn't turn it on. Who did all
If you
this?
don't pay, my credit gets fucked up. My credit's more important than money.
That's why you better make
Exactly.
sure.
I will call.
You better make sure you pay that.
I'll call right now. Hello?
You better make sure you pay that.
Hey, AT&T, I was wanting to go ahead and see if I could go ahead and cancel that Wi-Fi we had on downtown LA. Yes, the studio with Jason Brown. Yes, if you could cut that out next week, please, or take it out of my name, that'll be perfect.
But they can't. They can't.
Thank you so much.
They can't.
Bye. It's done. That's how I quit. I can shut this whole fucking operation down. Without me, it ain't shit here.
I'm hood, Smitty. I got a drill. I'm going to drill into the next door guy's Wi-Fi. It's not that hard.
We should do that in the first place.
Shit. So anybody in here want to be a new co-host? Alex Fudge, Gene, any of you, come on through. Listen, man. First day in the studio. We're going to fuck with our mics. We're going to get our mics cracking. We'll figure it out. Hey, Whiteout, maybe you know some settings and shit. I don't know how to do anything. I just
Gabriel Winsworth, $49.99. Congrats on the studio. Thanks for the money. You are one of our biggest supporters, Gabriel. We appreciate you because we are definitely. I spend all my money on this studio, so anything you do, you guys can help. We appreciate all that. Thanks for the support, Gabriel Whitworth, the realest.
Why don't we got to figure it out? Because the DJI is supposed to be way better. I think there's a StreamYard issue with DJI. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. We'll be back in 21 hours, God willing. I get back in time, and then back in time. Jazzy Jazz said, "Casting couch, invite her."
I'm talking to you, Playboy.
She's talking to you.
She's talking to you because earlier today she said when the show first started, she said, "JB looks sexy as hell with them glasses on." That pre-show video, JB looks sexy with them glasses and that bucket hat on. That's what Jazzy said. Jazzy don't fuck with me. She like white man. She like vanilla ice cream. You said that earlier.
Well, y'all brothers love white girls, so what's the difference?
I don't say y'all. I'm sister to the death of me.
Y'all.
No, there's some cute white women out there for sure. Beautiful white women. But I like my shit chocolate with extra Oreos and mocha. You see my wife.
I like it all. Short, fat, skinny.
I like it all, but my queens now. Y'all know it's different.
Hey, shout out to everybody on X. We got 2,000 people over there. We had 900 people in here. Appreciate all you guys' support and great first show. We'll get it right. Just keep supporting. That's why we didn't come in day one to just have it perfect yet. We're not, there yet, but we got some other shit. I gotta get back to the slapdick bullies. You see them right here, right there.
Like if you touch it, we got to sell to where their actual
they
bark
face come out.
Yeah,
their face come out. And then we're gonna prep today, because if you ain't prepping today, you ain't for me. I'm just telling you right now. But we'll be back tomorrow. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Tomorrow, Work Boot Wednesday. We got something up your sleeve for Work Boot Wednesdays going forward in the season. We got
tomorrow Wednesday, ain't it?
Yeah, but we ain't got the shit, hat and shit. We ain't, yeah.
You saying too much? You ain't got to play right now.
If anybody wants to fly Adidas you can't buy anywhere else, let me know.
Let me know.
I'm not getting them for you, but I just want you to see them. We'll have who has the flyest kicks every day on the show. You guys be the judge, because tomorrow I'll wear something else.
I wore some casual Air Maxes today.
Yeah, Smitty can't fuck with my shoe game. But we're gonna check it out. We'll be Wild and Wido in person. He's gonna have to come out one day.
He's scared.
Wido, if you know anything about these DJIs and how to fuck with them, let me know. Hit me up. Boom, and we'll check it out. But we'll be back tomorrow. Work Boot Wednesday. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Press so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown kill the ass.